Okie dokie. Let's get to starty pretty soony. Okie dokie. How you all doing? Do 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 boom boom. Doom bo do do boom boom. Doom bo do 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 boom. Tired from work? Well, stop being tired from work. Okay, since a good majority of this is going to be grinded anyway, I might as well just get the boring part out of the way. So here we go, let's resume. So hello everybody, Nitsa Gamer here, who is watching the stream either in the now or later on, but for day 4, we're pretty much at the threshold for level 8, and for level 8, both agility and vitality are not guaranteed to go up, only intelligence and luck is guaranteed to go up. Now the bright side with level 8 is that we'll be at 15 luck, and once we get to 15 luck, run-in will always be guaranteed when it comes to battles, and that's because of how poorly programmed this game is. But we also want to bank on a 25% chance of stats that are not guaranteed to go up, and the stats that we want to bank on is agility and vitality. Vitality, which essentially increases the amount of HP that goes up, and agility, which pretty much increases our evasion chance. And as you can already see, our evasion chance is 60, but we want that to go even higher than that. So anyway, let's get this started, and let's get the most boring part of this run out of the way, the actual grinding part. So unfortunately, a good chunk of this is going to revolve around a lot of trial and error and a lot of resetting. Okay, why are the enemies not spawning? Oh, there we go. That was weird. The enemies were just not spawning for some reason. So it doesn't matter if we use fire and ice on these guys. We just need to use them, defeat them, and then try to get both agility and vitality to go up. So we're banking on, excuse me, 2 stats that are not guaranteed to go up. Each stat individually has a 25% chance of going up, and it's a 1 in 16 chance of both agility and vitality going up. And while strength going up would be nice, unfortunately we're just banking on agility and vitality. I mean, if we can get strength as well, then that would be an even bigger bonus, but we're banking on just agility and vitality. We essentially want to make our walking glass cannon pretty much as untouchable as possible, or as endurable as possible. Unfortunately, when you're dealing with a glass cannon, it's pretty much essential to make sure that our said glass cannon is endurable to most attacks and can dodge most attacks, or at least physical attacks, because magic attacks always hit. Okie dokie, so let's burn him alive. So yeah, I know I'm streaming this on a much later time than I usually do, and that's because usually I don't have time to stream around this time. But it is what it is. I pretty much want to stream because I want to at least make progress on this run, because the more I make progress on this run, the sooner I can actually get a challenge run video for this game made. Okay, so here we go. EXP up, gold up, and let's see. Intelligence, nope, that's a reset. So get used to me resetting a lot. I have no idea how long this 1 in 16 chance is going to go. It could be 5 minutes, it could be 5 hours, I don't know. But we're going to essentially keep reloading until we eventually have both agility and vitality go up. Again, a 1 in 16 dice roll, and we've already gone through 2 1 in 16 dice rolls before. But the fortunate part about leveling up here is that our luck goes up, and once our luck goes up, we really don't have to worry about our luck stat at all for the rest of the run. I mean, we never had to worry about it for this run. It's just having it now is definitely going to be the biggest plus with this level up. But obviously the biggest plus with this level up is being able to have more HP and more percentage for evasion. Terminated. I was hoping to see like the new Mario movie today, but unfortunately that's not going to happen. I was going to see it with my boyfriend, but right now he's pretty much busy doing his own thing, so yeah. I mean, I even proposed seeing it tomorrow, but it seems like he's going to be busy as fuck, so either I go and see the movie myself, or I don't know, I just try to wait it out and see it with him when I can. Okay, let's see. Okay, agility. Okay, so this is one of the stats that we need to go up is agility and vitality. So agility, intelligence, luck. Nope. So vitality always appears in between intelligence and luck. So we essentially want agility to go up, which appears after strength and intelligence, and vitality always appears in between intelligence and luck. So we just want the agility and vitality stat to go up. We want those two stats guaranteed to go up because that means we're guaranteed to gain more HP as well as a chance of evading attacks. And honestly, I have no idea how long I should be grinding for. If I should be grinding for the like double digits or whatever against the pirates, because I've looked at some other Black Mage runs and it seems like they haven't been able to beat the pirates until like level 12. Though mind you, they were like playing either this version but not mid-maxing, or playing Pixel Remaster, which has more quality of life improvements, but also they weren't mid-maxing. So knowing that runs without mid-maxing have done it at level 12 does make it a little bit more comfortable, knowing that I don't have to grind more than 4 levels, but we'll see how far I have to go. Okay. Strength. Nope. I mean, if strength went up too, along with agility and vitality, then that's an even bigger bonus, but can't be too greedy, unfortunately. So yeah, I hope you guys had a good Easter. Unfortunately, Easter for me is pretty much a passing holiday. I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed Easter in my youth and all that when I was hunting Easter eggs and such, but it's kind of a passing holiday for me, unfortunately. And not sure what I'll be doing tomorrow, since I know my boyfriend's going to be pretty busy with like works and such. I'll probably just do my own video game stuff, do my own scripting stuff, and I don't know, maybe see the Mario movie without him. I'll see. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, 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 bow. Do, 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 do. Actually, do I have a fan in this room? Crap, I don't even know where my fans are. Oh, I think I found my fan. Yeah. Definitely got to start using my fan because it's getting hotter here. I live in the one part of Canada where it just didn't snow the entire year. Okay. Oh. Why is a bunch of heavy stuff on the cord? Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to plug my stuff in. Okay, there we go. Finally got a working fan. Now I can cool myself down as I'm streaming. Because it's getting pretty hot here for some reason. Okay, intelligence. Gosh darn it. Now I gotta keep reloading again. Hello, Nightmare 9368. How you doing? Right now we're just grinding on the threshold of getting to level 8. And we're pretty much resetting if we don't get the agility and vitality to go up. So essentially the two stats that are guaranteed to level up here is intelligence and luck. But in order to try to do this run as efficiently as possible, we want essentially both our agility and vitality to go up, since we're essentially playing with the glass cannon of Final Fantasy 1. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm having some Dr. Pepper. So once again, vitality pretty much increases the amount of HP we have, and agility pretty much increases the chances of us evading, essentially. I mean, agility also affects the turn order with our party, but as you can already tell by our friends, they are dead. They're deader than dead. Okay, 1 in 16 dice roll, here we go. Nope. God damn it. I had a pretty good dice roll with the HP value going up, because there's also a random chance of how much HP goes up. But right now we're mainly focused on mid-maxing our stats. Alright. So unfortunately we gotta play with the world's slowest goddamn turn-based RPG until we can eventually get to the goddamn threshold where we start leveling up. Oh no, you critical hit me. Oh no, a bunch of early level imps are trying to kill me. I think they were actually called goblins in the original version. In fact, I think if we were to play the Pixel Remaster, I think these are actually called goblins, not imps. I'm just going to call them imps because, well, that's what the name is displayed as. Though I will definitely give some proper name pronunciations for certain spells and enemies if I know what the proper pronunciations for those said enemies and spells are. I wonder how your party members will react to Taste in the Ground. Well, they've been tasting the ground pretty much the entire time, and as far as they know, it's pretty much tasting very earthy. God damn it. Unfortunately, get used to a lot of resetting, because this resetting is going to be pretty much what's going to happen throughout most of the stream, honestly. Again, it could take 5 minutes for me to get the agility and vitality I need. It could take 5 hours. I don't know, but we're banking on a 1 in 16 chance of 2 stats going up. A 1 in 16 chance is definitely like less than 10%. But at least it's better than a 1 in 65 chance where we're banking on 3 stats to go up, which is all the more reason why we're not mid-maxing our strength stat, since for the Black Mage, since his specialty is in his magic offense, like his offensive specialty is with his magic, we don't really need to prioritize strength as much. But at the rare moments where both agility and vitality are guaranteed to level up, which is at 5 different levels, we're going to be using those levels to make sure we min-max strength. But yeah, our party members, they're tasting the ground. They're getting their earthworm gems up in them. Yeah, right now an earthworm is having a nice dinner inside of their earlobe. Monsters perished. Alright, come on. Come on, you can do it. And nope. Again, I'm obviously resetting because agility always appears before intelligence when it tells us what stats improve. So the moment I see intelligence but not agility, then I have to reset. I mean, granted, I don't really have to min-max my Black Mage, but For a run like this, yes, I do. I definitely need to min-max my Black Mage. It's just how long it's going to take. I don't know. We just got to hope for more levels where both agility and vitality, or one or the other, are guaranteed at a level up at the next level, because then we only have to do a 25% dice roll with getting the other stat that is not guaranteed. So at 5 particular levels where both agility and vitality are guaranteed, we're essentially doing a 1 and 4 dice roll for strength. Those are the only moments at 5 particular levels where I'm mid-maxing strength. So if I, mid-max strength at 5 particular levels, then the highest amount of strength I can have is 16, which is still pretty low for a Black Mage, but all things considered, it's definitely going to be a good last resort when we have to use our physical damage. Otherwise, we're going to mostly be relying on our magical damage for the entirety of the run, which again is the primary reason why I'm relying on agility and vitality. Agility for a good chance of dodging, and vitality so I can have more HP. And no surprise that I only have like 2 people watching me. I probably shouldn't speak so much, so that way I can at least save my voice box. Alright, let's see. Nope. A good amount of HP is going up, like 130. That's a great amount of HP. It's just, I need to make sure that agility and vitality are going up as well. Ugh. So yeah, this is definitely going to be the most annoying part of the entire run. Is not for the fact that we're doing the entire game with a solo Black Mage, but just leveling up at the thresholds and trying to get mid-max 2 stats that we may or may not even need, but is essential to have than not have. Okay, here we go. Monsters perish. Let's see. Come on. Come on. Agility and vitality. Come on. And... okay, strength. Nope. It was 129. That's definitely not the HP increase that I'm hoping for. I mean, it's great that strength went up, and it would be even greater if both strength, vitality, and agility went up, but... yeah, that's not happening. That's a 1 in 64 chance. But if I do happen to get a 1 in 64 chance, that would be freaking amazing. Excuse me. Alright, let's burn these imps to the ground. Die, you imps. Never underestimate the power of a Black Mage. Ugh. So yeah, I have no idea how long it's going to take for us to eventually get this 1 in 64 dice, or 1 in 16 dice roll, but it can literally be any time. It can take hours. Who knows? But is it worth it? Unfortunately, yes it is. Oh shit, I just realized I have like 2 different things of medicine here. I think this one's mine, the other one's my boyfriend's. So yeah, it doesn't matter if we use fire or ice. Even though ice technically does more damage, fire is always guaranteed to one-hit kill these imps. And yeah, this grinding process will be a lot faster once we learn Tier 3 and Tier 4 magic, because that means we'll be able to use AoE magic, and using AoE magic is definitely going to speed up the process of leveling up. Okay, nope. Intelligence went up, so that's a reset. I mean, intelligence is going to go up regardless, but we got to have agility go up first before intelligence. Oh my god, seriously? Monster strike first in a group of 5 enemies? I am resetting because that's going to just take a long time. I mean, 5 enemies and monsters striking first, that's just going to take a longer roll. Okay, I don't care. It's 5 enemies, but at least they don't go first. Evening, it's a gamer in chat. Hello, how you doing, Bubbly Production? I hope you've been having a good Easter, unless you don't celebrate that. For me, it's pretty much a passing holiday. Definitely something I celebrated when I was a kid, you know, finding like the chocolates and the candies and the mini eggs and the hard-boiled eggs and all that around the house, but now Easter's kind of a passing holiday for me. Hooray. What did I sign up when I agreed to do this run? Well, I guess on the upside, this should hopefully make an entertaining challenge run, because while the run itself, like doing the run, is honestly not as fun, especially when it comes to min-maxing stats, at least when I make the challenge run video itself, the challenge run video itself should still be pretty entertaining. Because usually my challenge run videos itself is usually better than the actual process of the challenge run. I mean, with the exception of moments where the challenge run itself has been fun. Intelligence went up. Definitely been a good day, thanks. I just used the day as an excuse to be an alcoholic. That's fair. I would probably drink alcohol too, but I don't even have any. Right now I just have water, coffee, and a Dr. Pepper. Oh, and also a bottle of vitamin water on the side just in case. Alright, so let's sit back and watch this take frickin' forever, just so we can not see agility and vitality go up. I'll probably lower down my fan so that way you guys can not hear my fan constantly. So yeah, in terms of games I've been playing, I've mentioned before in past streams that I've been playing Kingdom Hearts 2. I haven't actually been touching that game for quite a while, so I'm still on the Space Paranoids level. Death Stranding Director's Cut. I've finished the entire story of Death Stranding Director's Cut. Mind you, this is the second time that I finished the entire story of Death Stranding. The first time was on the original vanilla game. This is me beating the Director's Cut version for the second time, and now I'm in the process of pretty much 100%ing Death Stranding Director's Cut. So in terms of my progress, I pretty much have like 3 or 4 facilities left to completely max my bond with. That's like the First Prepper, the Veteran Porter, the Evo Dev, whoever that's called in the bottom corner, and I think the Photographer. I think those are like the only facilities that I still have left to max out. And of course, when it comes to like the first prepper and the veteran porter in Death Stranding, those guys are like an absolute bitch to try to max or even try to please and get onto the UCA. Thankfully, I got every single facility on the UCA, which requires 2 out of 5 stars, but you need, 5 out of 5 stars with each facility in order to max them out. And then of course I'm trying to do the premium deliveries with like every possible location. Of course that is tricky to do, and the problem is that while usually delivering cargo without it taking damage is usually easy, delivering cargo at the fastest time is usually inconvenient when you don't take a direct path to your client and instead try to take, the long way around, and usually you end up failing because of that. But yeah, despite the frustrations, yeah, Death Stranding is honestly one of my favorite games. I actually really enjoy Death Stranding. Really enjoyed it, really loved playing through the Director's Cut version, and despite the fact that I beat in the game, I am using every excuse possible to try to 100% it. Oh, and also another game I'm trying to do and play for the first time finally is Red Dead Redemption 2. Yes, I have not played Red Dead Redemption 2, and I'm now finally playing Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm currently at the town of Valentine, and I beat up some guys, probably did some things that definitely lost my honor, did a bounty hunt for the sheriff, and so far it's a pretty good game. It's a pretty good game, though the controls, oh boy, the controls, I definitely got to get used to the controls, because the controls are kind of weird for me. Like, it's not bad, but I keep forgetting how to use certain commands or controls, and it's like, oh boy. But so far from what I played with Red Dead Redemption 2, despite the snow level taking ridiculously long to get through, once I get out of the snow level, the rest of the game, when it opens up, is definitely a lot more fun and definitely feels more like Grand Theft Auto and Bully, where you can explore the world and get into mischief, but you stick with specific quests in order to progress the story. Okay, God darn it. But yeah, when it comes to Rockstar games, the only ones that I've really played and beaten all the way through is Bully and Grand Theft Auto 5. So Grand Theft Auto 5 and Bully are the ones that I played all the way through, and I'm only just now playing Red Dead Redemption 2. And yeah, so far Red Dead Redemption 2 is pretty good. Despite the ridiculously long tutorial level where you're on the snowy mountains, it's pretty fun so far. Again, the controls are a little weird, and I gotta get used to the controls, but other than that, it's a pretty good game so far. But other than that, I have been trying to 100% Death Stranding Director's Cut. I've actually still have not played Death Stranding 2. I want to play that game at some point. I just don't know when I'm going to get around to it. I just know whenever I'm going to buy it, I'm going to wait for a discount or something, so I'm not paying the complete full price. I mean, I'd rather pay $70 than $90 for the game, even though I would probably still absolutely love the game. Yo-ho, what's up, Nitsa? I'm doing alright, I guess. I've been pretty much spending Easter by myself all alone. My boyfriend's pretty much busy doing his own thing, and I still have not seen the new Mario movie yet. I was hoping to see it today with my boyfriend, but that definitely did not happen. But yeah, other than that, I've been pretty much talking about some of the stuff I've been up to. So strength. Ooh, agility. Come on, get vitality, get vitality. Intelligence. Damn it! Oh man, such good HP max too, and I also got strength with that. Oh, this would have been a perfect level up if I got vitality as well. God damn it. Well, there goes the my good luck there, and now it's gonna take another hour or so before I get agility again, probably. Bro, you have to see it. It's fun as hell. Oh, I bet it's fun as hell. I mean, I definitely heard from some people that it's not really that good because it's not really that focused on story and characters, and it's more focused on just being a theme park of Nintendo Easter eggs, right down to having Star Fox or Fox McCloud in the movie. And honestly, yeah, well, I would like to have like more story and, you know, well-written characters. As long as it's a fun movie, then I think I'll still have fun with the Mario Galaxy movie regardless. I mean, I still really want to see, you know, Mario and Luigi. I really want to see Yoshi, and I just want to, you know, spend a good time with these characters, even if they're not like, you know, at the absolute potential that they should be or whatever. I don't know when I'll see it. Maybe I'll see it tomorrow, but if I do see it tomorrow, I would have to see it without my boyfriend. It's just I want to see it with my boyfriend, and yeah. Otherwise, other than Easter being a passing holiday for me, while everybody else uses their eggs to resurrect Jesus, I've been pretty much playing video games. I've been pretty much in the process of 100%ing Death Stranding Director's Cut. I've beaten the main story. I'm just in the process of trying to 100% the game. Intelligence, nope. Simple isn't always bad, but hey, you'll have fun once you see it. Oh, I bet I'll have fun. So yeah, I'm in the process of trying to 100% Death Stranding Director's Cut. I've been in the main story. This is the second time that I've done 2 full playthroughs of Death Stranding. I played the original game first, then the Director's Cut, and honestly, the difference between the original and Director's Cut is like so freaking minimal. Like, I'm not sure if there's like a cutscene differences between the Director's Cut and the original. It seems like the only major difference is that you have extra gadgets to work with, and honestly, some of them are kind of hit and miss. Like, I think some of the extra gadgets that you can use in Death Stranding Director's Cut is where you have like this chiral bridge, where you have like this simplistic version of a bridge, but you can only use it in areas where it's not raining. And honestly, it's one where I've used it whenever I find the online chiral bridges, but I've barely used it. The catapults I've pretty much never used. I could tell the catapults were added to kind of just ease the complaints of the people who complained about the mechanic of carrying cargo around. But trust me when I say just having a catapult just wastes more time than just carrying the cargo from one place to another. The only time that I've actually found the catapult useful in Death Stranding Director's Cut is actually when I launch a bunch of cargo filled with VOG, and I can essentially launch it into an enemy camp, and then when the enemies go and try to pick up the package, I can actually knock a bunch of them unconscious before I even raid their camp, and it definitely makes fighting them a lot easier, and it definitely helps save a lot of health on me, as well as the damage that is taken on my armor. That's like the only time that I've used the catapults. And then the other thing is the ramps, where if you jump off of it, you can, you know, jump a far distance, and regardless of how high you fall, you don't take fall damage. That can actually be a situational, but still a useful mechanic. And just jumping down a snowy mountain and jumping down thousands of stories just to land perfectly fine on my feet is such a satisfying feeling. Like, seriously, Death Stranding is a game that really does get better the more you play it, when you unlock more stuff. Like, a lot of people with a lack of patience just don't give Death Stranding, you know, the chance because of how boring the game loop is. But honestly, the people that really complain about the game loop are the people that probably make, you know, thousands off of YouTube and probably don't understand the value of hard work. And because of that, people believe that Death Stranding is worse than it actually is. I mean, it's a really great game. I highly recommend Death Stranding. It's a really great game. It's definitely a game you're going to need to have patience for. And it's a game that definitely does get better as it goes. And once you reach the ending of the story, gosh darn it, you'll be in tears. It is such a beautiful game. And yeah, as of recently, I've been playing Red Dead Redemption 2 for the first time. I got past the snow level, and I'm currently in the first town, Valentine. And I've done a mix of good and bad things. Good for, like, my own people. Bad for dealing with my enemies, kind of choosing to kill them instead of sparing them. But I think I'll try to play the game more with honor, just so I can at least have a better reputation in the game. But that doesn't mean I won't occasionally do some bad things and loot some bad guys. Okay, strength. Agility. Good, good, good. Intelligence. Come on, vitality. Show up, show up. No! Oh, another world where I get every stat except for vitality. Come on. Oh, that would have been a good level up too. I would have reached over 130 HP as well. If I gained vitality, that would actually increase my HP even more. God damn it. Honestly, it's hard to tell if I got a vitality on any of these rolls because I've always reset it if I don't see agility. It's just faster that way because agility is always shows up before intelligence, and vitality always shows up in between intelligence and luck. So honestly, I don't know how many of these dice rolls I've gained vitality at, but it doesn't matter because I need both agility and vitality at these dice rolls. But yeah, those were pretty much the games I've been playing recently. Pretty much in the process of 100%ing Death Stranding Director's Cut. Playing Red Dead Redemption 2 for the first time. And again, my main problem with Red Dead Redemption 2, other than the very long prologue, is that the controls are a little too hard to get used to. Like, yeah, I've played a Rockstar game before. I played Bully. I played Grand Theft Auto 5. I'd be in their stories all the way through. But man, trying to get used to the controls of Red Dead Redemption 2 is such a pain in the ass. Okay, strength. Ooh, agility. Intelligence, come on, vitality, show up. No, come on. To think that I actually get a dice roll where I get both strength and agility twice in a row, but not vitality. Oh man, that would have been a perfect level up if I got vitality. But yeah, I hope you've been doing good, Egg Paladin. Whatever you've been doing or however you've been doing. But yeah, pretty much Easter's been pretty much a passing holiday for me. My partner's been pretty much busy the entire time. I've been wanting to see the Mario movie, but haven't had the chance to go see it yet. Hello, boy, do I know some shit about this game. I'm guessing you either played it before or seen plenty of reviews of it. How you doing, Unknown Pitfall? I'm just doing a comic dub for a friend of mine. Yeah, that's cool. I'm guessing it's Sonic related. Yeah, I haven't really done Sonic related content in such a long time. I'm not sure what was the last Sonic thing I did. It was either my challenge run of Sonic Adventure 2 without collecting Reigns, or it was the one time that I reviewed the Knuckles show with the Egg Paladin, which is a video that does exist on my channel. The only reason that I haven't really done a review of Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is because when I tried reviewing both the first and second Sonic movie, it just got copyright claimed, and I just gave up on trying to fight, you know, the copyright and all that, no matter how hard I tried. And I think even the Knuckles review got copyright claimed, if I remember correctly. Have you heard of the encounter table? Probably. Well, right now, it's not the type of enemy encounters that matters to me. What matters to me is being able to gain both agility and vitality. Essentially, I'm trying to mid-max agility and vitality on my Black Mage. So this is level 8 that I'm trying to level up to for the Black Mage, and pretty much intelligence and luck is guaranteed to go up. Obviously, intelligence doesn't do anything in this game, and as I level up luck, it will be 15 luck, which means I'll be guaranteed to run from battles every time, unless they're scripted for me not to run. But essentially, I'm mid-maxing agility and vitality, both for a higher chance of dodging and for a good HP increase. Okay, here we go. Strength up. Intelligence. Nope, that's a reset. So if I see intelligence, but I don't see agility, then that means I didn't get the agility stat, so agility will always show up first before intelligence, and vitality will always show up in between intelligence and luck. So yeah, pretty much stats that are not guaranteed to go up have a 25% chance of going up. So if it's just one stat that is not guaranteed, then it's a 1 in 4 dice roll that I get that stat. But if it's two stats that are not guaranteed, it's a 1 in 16 dice roll. And technically it's 3 stats that are not guaranteed, so it would be a 1 in 64 dice roll. But I'm not min-maxing my strength. I'm only min-maxing strength at levels where both agility and vitality are guaranteed. Otherwise, I'm pretty much just min-maxing both agility and vitality. I was sure it was 50. What do you mean it was 50? Yeah, each stat is not guaranteed. It's 50-50 per stat, so really you're looking at 1 in 64s or higher. I'm sure it was 50. Now, I'm pretty sure it's a 25% chance. I'm pretty sure it's a 25% chance, a 1 in 4 chance of each stat going up. So that means for both agility and vitality, it's a 1 in 4 chance. So 25% plus, times 25%, that's a 1 in 16 chance, which means, yeah, I have an incredibly low chance of both agility and vitality going up, but I am essentially resetting until both stats go up. And that's going to be the biggest pain in the ass of the run, is at levels where both agility and vitality are not guaranteed. And if agility is guaranteed, then I'm just min-maxing vitality, which is a 1 in 4 chance. If vitality is guaranteed but not agility, then it's a 1 in 4 chance for agility. And if both agility and vitality are guaranteed, which is at 5 specific levels, I will be doing a 1 in 4 dice roll for strength, since strength is not going to be as important to min-max, but would be nice to still have. Okay, strength. Nope. So if I get both agility and vitality, but not strength, that's fine. But if I happen to get strength along with agility and vitality, that would be great. However, I suspect when you get the Masamune, you won't be casting magic spells anymore, because the index number equals numbers equal a crit rate. Yeah, that's the other thing, is that I'll be essentially using my magical damage for most of the boss fights in the game and for the first 3 fiends when I go through the final dungeon. And I have to go through the entire final dungeon in one shot. I have to essentially go through the entire final dungeon in one shot, and I have to kill the first 3 boss fights with just magic alone. And then once I get to Tiamat and Chaos, I'm essentially going all out with physical damage once I get Masamune, which is essentially the best weapon in the game, and the weapon that can be equipped on any class, which is all the more reason why I'm mid-maxing strength at least 5 different levels. So pretty much at 5 different levels where both agility and vitality are guaranteed to go up, I'm going to mid-max strength. Otherwise, I am not mid-maxing strength. I'm just mid-maxing agility for a better chance of dodging physical attacks, and vitality so I have a higher HP threshold, or a higher HP capacity, because the problem with the Black Mage is that while the Black Mage excels at magical damage does not improve at all. Even though intelligence does increase with every single level up for the Black Mage. And the only way for me to have the best possible magic damage is to essentially be at level 50, where I'm guaranteed to have 9 ammo counts for each magic tier. And unfortunately, tier 8 spells I can't even learn, because I'm not going to be upgrading my Black Mage into a Black Wizard, or otherwise it would not be a Black Mage run. Are you going to be doing a bit of not promoting Game Champ? What do you mean of not promoting Game Champ? Are you talking about doing sponsors? I don't do sponsors, or at least I haven't done sponsors when it comes to my channel. But I have watched Game Champ 3000's video on the White Mage solo run, where she did the entire game with her feet only. That was freaking impressive. But yeah, obviously the reason why I'm not doing the White Mage run is because Game Champ did it. And the reason why I'm not doing a solo Thief run, which is supposedly the hardest class, is because you practically have to mid-max every single goddamn stat in the game if you want a chance with the Thief. And on top of that, the Thief does not use magic, and that's assuming you don't upgrade him to the Ninja. So yeah, definitely not doing a solo Thief run, because it essentially just revolves around grinding and RNG. And I'm not doing a white mage run because, well, Game Champ did it. I'm not doing the red mage, monk, or fighter because, well, those are the easier classes to do solo. So I'm doing the black mage, which essentially excels at magical offense damage, but is essentially a walking glass cannon. And that's all the more reason why I am... and that's essentially all the more reason why I'm trying to min-max agility and vitality as much as possible, so that way I can make an endurable glass cannon, one that is capable of dodging most attacks, because once I get better armor for my black mage, I'm also sacrificing some of my evasion as well, because that's the downside with having better armor, is that I'm going to be sacrificing some of my evasion. So if I'm mid-maxing my agility, then I'm at least trying to, you know, preserve as much evasion as possible. Sorry, that chat was sent before you answered it, but promoting is what we call transforming from a previous tier 1 class to a tier 2. Promoting as in, like, going from one class to the upper class. No, I am not doing that. Essentially, this is a solo Black Mage run, which means I am not upgrading to the Black Wizard, because once I upgrade to the Black Wizard, I'm not doing a solo Black Mage run anymore. So no, I am not becoming a Black Wizard, which means the Warp spell and the Flare spell I am not learning at all, which means I will not have any tier 8 magic, and the option to warp out of dungeons, particularly the final dungeon where the only way to escape it is to warp out of it, I can't do that, which means the final dungeon has to be completed in one shot, which means I have to defeat the 4 fiends in one shot, as well as chaos in one shot, and try not to die to the random floor encounters, which means I have to pretty much grind to level 50 if I want a chance with the Black Mage. I gotta make sure I have the best possible armor and weapons on him, along with like 99 potions and probably 99 pures just to be safe. Nope. So yeah, this is gonna take a friggin' long time. So far, I don't know how long I've been streaming for, but how long I've been streaming for is essentially how long I've been resetting, trying to get agility and vitality to go up, because I'm banking on a 1 in 16 chance of 2 stats going up. Again, strength is not guaranteed to go up 2, but I'm not doing the 1 in 64 dice roll, because if I do a 1 in 64 dice roll, 18 levels would be a 1 in 64 dice roll, and because of that, I pretty much am not prioritizing strength, and only prioritizing strength at levels where agility and vitality are guaranteed. So essentially at I think it's like 13 levels, strength is guaranteed to go up, but at 5 levels, agility and vitality are guaranteed to go up. So if I use those 5 levels to min-max strength, then I'll definitely have at least 19 strength at the minimum, plus possibly more if I happen to get the 25% chance of it going up at any other level. Yeah, it's probably been a long 47 minutes. Yep, 47 minutes sounds about right. I mean, I've already gone like more than an hour with the first level up, which was a 1 in 16 chance. And that was like the very first level at level 2. Intelligence, nope. Now, is min-maxing my Black Mage essential for this run? Probably not, but I really don't want to bank on the RNG chances when it comes to the final dungeon in particular. I really want to make sure that I can breeze through the final dungeon in one shot if possible. And in order to make that possible, mid-maxing agility and vitality is essential. And unfortunately, when it comes to mid-maxing, there's also how much HP will go up at each level, which also has a random effect. But the problem is, there's no reliable way to control that compared to, you know, the individual stats, vitality and agility. So yeah, 1 in 16 chance is definitely a freaking low chance. But thankfully, we're at the threshold of leveling up, and regardless if we fight 3 or 5 imps, we're gonna gain the level up. But yeah, pretty much as I said, Easter's been pretty much a passing holiday for me for the most part. My partner's pretty much been very busy doing their own thing, and I want to see the new Mario movie, but I just don't have the time to do so. I want to see it with my partner, but again, they're busy as heck and gonna be busy tomorrow as well. So I don't know when I'm gonna see the Mario Galaxy movie, but I want to see it at some point. And a part of your stamina is used to determine how much your HP goes up over time, so Black Mage really has it rough Sorloin. Sure. Okay, let's see. Strength. Intelligence. Darn it. Again, if strength goes up, that would be great, but it's not essential. Again, agility always shows up after strength and before intelligence, so I don't reset unless I see intelligence and not agility. But yeah, unfortunately I knew that I was potentially going to spend a good hour here just grinding this one level. In fact, I haven't even seen what the other stats require. Actually, no, I have a page for it saved on my phone. Yeah, there's something by SQPat17 that has the information of what stats are guaranteed at each level up. And essentially, this is going to be a reliable source of information of knowing what stats are guaranteed and what stat I have to min-max. Hey, sup, Patty Murphy, how you doing? Okay, let's see. Red Wizard, White Wizard. Okay, here we go. Black Mage. So, yeah. For level 8, both Intelligence and Luck is guaranteed to go up here. And I'm essentially just min-maxing a 1 in 16 chance that both Agility and Vitality go up. While Strength would be nice as well, it's not going to be as essential for me, at least. It would be nice if it goes up, but it's not going to be as essential. And then at level 9, both Agility and Vitality are guaranteed to go up. So this is another one of those levels, the 5 levels where Agility and Vitality are guaranteed to go up. And because both of those levels are guaranteed to go up, I'm only going to bank on a 1 in 4 chance of Strength going up at level 9. So even though I'm not min-maxing Strength, I am going to min-max it at least 5 levels where Agility and Vitality are guaranteed to go up. Because right now, making our glass cannon as endurable and dodgeable as possible is right now more vital than increasing its strength. Though, the more strength we increase, well, you know, having good strength is definitely going to be essential when it comes to, you know, having it as a last resort if we run out of magic or magic is not essential for whatever we're fighting. Did you know that you can speed it up the message 1 in 8? What? Did you know that you can speed it up message 1 in 8? Oh, okay, let me pay attention. Agility, intelligence, luck. Damn it. Come on. That you can speed up the message 1 to 8. What is that supposed to mean? But yeah, as you can see, despite the fact that we're facing up against 5 imps, they are missing a lot, and that's because we have a 60% chance of evading attacks, which is definitely going to be essential. The speed of the text crawl. Is this like an emulator thing, or is this an in-game thing that you're talking about? It's the message speed. You can change it on the title screen. Oh wait, is that what the option for respawn whatever that thing is at the bottom? Is that what you're talking about? So if I increase that, that essentially increases the information given to me of what happens. But I would still have to press A to at least see the information of how much stats I gain, right? Because I don't want it to just speed through and I don't see what stats level up in time, because I want to be able to see what stats level up without missing it. And if it's something that I have to upgrade all the time, then I have to make sure that I upgrade it at a point where I at least am guaranteed to save. Because I'm definitely not going to be saving between, you know, this save and, you know, before leveling up, because that's just going to be a waste of money. And I definitely need to be conservative with my money, because I definitely need... I forget how much money I need exactly for the tier 3 magic spells, but I definitely need to be conservative with my money so I can get the tier 3 magic spells. Because once I get the AoE spells, then that's going to be really, really great, because that's going to help speed up the process of, well... Okay, so you're talking about this thing, the respawn rate. So respawn rate. So the respawn rate is essentially what increases the speed of the text, essentially. So if I have it at 8, then this will speed it up. I mean, let's give it a try and see what it does. I just want to make sure that I can at least see the stats that level up, because that is more essential to me. Okay, that is definitely a lot more useful. Wow. Jesus, okay. Okay, that would definitely speed up the grind in a whole lot. Problem is, I probably have to save in order to keep that. Okay, thank you for showing me that, guys, because that definitely will help a lot with the grind. It's just I need to make sure that I can at least see the stats that get leveled up. So, yeah, intelligence, luck, yeah. Okay, so I can at least still see the stats that level up. And, okay, so even if I reset, it's still at a respawn rate of 8. Okay, because I hit the reset button and it's still at a respawn rate of 8. So, okay, thank you for showing me that, guys, because that will definitely help a whole freaking lot with this grinding and definitely speed it up. Unfortunately, this will not necessarily speed up the process of me being able to level up sooner, because I'm still in the process of min-maxing and not, well, necessarily speeding through the fights. But at least the more times I roll the dice while speeding this up, the less I'll hopefully have to spend time sitting around here. But yeah, the information goes by pretty darn quick. God, if I would have known that was a thing, then man, that would have made my casual playthrough of the NES version go so much freaking faster. God, I wish that I knew about that feature beforehand. Okay, so yeah, thank you so much, guys. This definitely will help speed up the process of me trying to mid-max agility and vitality onto my Black Mage. Thank God the next level up is going to guarantee both agility and vitality, and the only thing I have to worry about is mid-maxing strength onto my Black Mage. Problem is, I don't know if what level I need to be at to fight the pirates. I watched someone else's Black Mage run on the Pixel Remaster, and I think they had to be at like level 11 or something in order to fight off the pirates. And I also looked at a page of someone that did the Black Mage run for the NES version. Mind you, they didn't do a challenge run video of it, just a documentation of it, and I think they had to grind to level 12. Though, mind you, the one difference between their run and my run is that my run, I'm mid-maxing the stats, whereas they were not mid-maxing their stats. So I may not have to grind to level 11 or level 12 to beat the pirates. But essentially, I've tried to fight the pirates. I've tried to use the dark and... the dark spell and the sleep spell. The sleep spell is like completely unreliable. Dark spell kind of helps with evasion, but it really doesn't make a difference because I'm still wasting a turn trying to decrease the pirate's evasion. Intelligence. God damn it. Again, is min-maxing these stats essential and am I just wasting time? Probably. But you know what? I think just being able to get the maximum amount of agility and vitality, I think is an achievement of itself for having that much patience. And considering that I'm, you know, trying to min-max 2 stats, I think that alone is an achievement. Obviously, regardless of how you level up, the Black Mage is always going to have 69 intelligence, regardless if you min-max or not, because intelligence is guaranteed to level up at every level. The only issue is that in the original version, intelligence doesn't work at all. Like, apparently they didn't even program it, so it's like not a glitch at all. So the only way to have better magical damage is to essentially get higher tier spells. Okay, strength, agility, come on, come on, come on. Get vitality with this rule. Intelligence. This is like the 4th time we've gotten every single stat to level up except for vitality. This is the 4th freaking time we managed to get every single stat to level up. 2 stats that are not guaranteed and not get vitality. Mind you, I don't know how many of these rolls vitality actually went up because I always reset when I see intelligence before if I don't see agility first. But yeah, that was the 4th time that I gained every single stat except for vitality. And the thing is, that was actually a good amount of HP increase too. 130, that's like the highest so far that it's been. Like 132, I think, was like the highest that I've seen the HP max go up. So hopefully I get a good amount of HP max along with vitality. But yeah, if I happen to get both agility, vitality, and strength, that's like a 1 in 64 dice roll. And if I happen to get a 1 in 64 dice roll while banking on a 1 in 16, that would be freaking incredible. Gaining the right stats can be painful, I know. Yeah. Unfortunately, I know that this is essential if you're doing a solo thief run. And that's all the more reason why I decided not to do a solo thief run, because of how masochistic and unfun it looks, because it's essentially just stat manip and RNG. Whereas at least the white mage and black mage at least have some strategy to it. Okay, intelligence only went up, so there we go. So yeah, 1 in 32 I think is like the highest that I've seen the HP increase to. And right now my max HP is 105. 105, so yeah. So yeah, gaining that much HP is actually very darn good. I just hope that's like the amount of HP that goes up when I gain both the agility and vitality. But yeah, thank you guys so much for letting me know about the respawn rate thing, because that definitely speeds this whole process up so much. It will definitely be very useful as well when we eventually get AoE magical damage, because man, it's ridiculous when it takes like 5 to 7 seconds per enemy telling me how much damage I do with AoE damage. Meanwhile, in the Pixel Remaster, it just shows you zapping all the enemies at once and then shows you the numbers as they die or take damage. It's kind of required in a solo, but maybe not too much on a full party. Yeah, for a full party, you really don't need a min-max at all. You just need to know your party's strength and weaknesses in order to make use of it. I mean, the monk specializes in, you know, strength without having to equip a weapon. The fighter specializes in being the tank and being the most endurable party member while having a good amount of strength as well. The thief is essential for high agility and a good chance of running away. The white mage is essential for white magic. The black mage is essential for black magic. And the red mage is pretty much the Jack of Trades character, but the master of none. So essentially a good character at the beginning, but a weak character by the end. Whereas at least every other character, as long as you do, like, you know, their class upgrades, they do get better as they go, whereas the red mage unfortunately does not. You know, every single class does have their use, but arguably out of all the classes, the thief, especially if you don't upgrade him from thief to ninja, is definitely the worst class in the game. And because of how the running algorithm works, where it works where, again, it's supposed to work on, you know, your luck and level, but instead work on luck and whatever your party member 2 slots below you is feeling, it essentially just, they screwed up on the running algorithm, essentially. Though having the thief does increase the chances, it's only a good chance if he's in like the first or second party slot. If you have him in the third or fourth, then pretty much you're not making use of him. In the Pixel Remaster, I noticed it's random damage, and it's like even damage on all enemies. Okay, there we go. Da 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 da. Here we go. Come on. God damn it. I mean, we could be here for like 5 hours straight. This could be an entire stream where we just grind on this one level and gain nothing, guys. There's a dedicated running bug fix patch. Well, I'm not focused on using patches for the NES version. I'm focusing the NES version based on how the game is designed and all that. I'm using everything that the game is designed. I'm not using mods whatsoever to make it easier or to change the experience. I am using it as the designed intended experience or even unintentional in some way. But no, I'm not using mods when it comes to challenge runs. I mean, there might be some challenge runs where I might have to use mods in order to make it essential. Like, say, maybe a damageless run where getting hit once guarantees that I die instantly. That'd probably be the only time that I would ever use a mod for a challenge run. Otherwise, whenever I do challenge runs, I pretty much never use mods. I pretty much want to essentially play the game in the intended package that the developers made. Yep, bugs are a feature, and I'm definitely not doing this run without being able to use the Peninsula Power, which is definitely going to be essential in this run once I'm able to endure the fights. Okay, let me pay attention. Agility, intelligence. Oh, god damn it. That was like 132 points of HP. That would have been really good if Vitality increased there as well. Still fun, even some stuff is broken. Yeah, pretty much you don't want to learn certain spells, so like you don't want to learn the Lock or Lock 2 spell, you don't want to learn the Temper or Saber spell, because Temper and Saber, which is supposed to increase your attack power, supposedly just straight up doesn't work, and then the Lock spell doesn't work, and the Lock 2 spell actually does work, but works in a disadvantaged way because the Lock spell is supposed to decrease enemy evasion, but instead does the exact opposite and makes them have way more evasion. Okay, no. Yay, Vitality increased, but what about agility? I wasn't trying to imply you should apply a patch, I just wanted you to know it existed. Oh yeah, it's totally fine if I know it exists, it's just I'm not going to use it for a challenge run. Pretty much any mods in general I'm never going to use for my challenge runs, unless it actually helps the challenge run and not making it easier, but making it easier when it comes to like maybe resetting. Like again, for a damageless run, if I have a mod where pretty much 1 point of damage is a guaranteed insta-kill, then that would be an exception where that would actually work out great. Especially when it comes to games like Kingdom Hearts or Fallout or something where taking, 8 point of damage, I may not notice that I took a point of damage, whereas something like a turn-based RPG, I can at least tell when I took damage. I mean, if you've been watching my videos, one of the challenge runs I've done is Persona 4 Golden without taking damage. That I never need to use a mod for. I can at least see if any of my party members take damage during a moment, and it's easy to reset. Like, the moment I see them take damage, instant reset, essentially. There should be no scenario where I don't accidentally not see it happen. Okay, intelligence, nope. Yeah, that was 127 HP points anyway. Oh yeah, it's still a nice game. The NES version is still a good version to play, but it is arguably the inferior version. Like, if you want to play Final Fantasy 1, definitely play Pixel Remaster or the supposedly the PSP port, I think, has like extra dungeons. Like, maybe play those two versions, because at least some of the stuff that didn't work in this game actually does work. And at least with the PSP port, you have extra dungeons, and with the Pixel Remaster, you have a more quality of life improvements, but still feels like the original experience. And at least the game actually tells you, how good a weapon is, or how good armor is, and how much evasion or defense it gives you, or attack it gives you, whereas in this version, you practically have to look it up online to know how good a weapon is. Okay, strength. Nope. I recommend Dawn of Souls. I'm not sure if I'll play another version of Final Fantasy 1. I mean, I'm 31. I have a finite life. I rather, I think I'm perfectly fine just playing, the original Final Fantasy and Pixel Remaster. I think I'm totally fine just doing that. Oh, and another game that I've been playing recently is Final Fantasy 2. I've actually been playing that on my phone, and yeah, I could see why some people don't like it, but I can't say I hate it. Because yeah, it definitely does get easier after you do a little bit of grinding to max out your or try to, min-max your MP, HP, and attack power, and I essentially just min-max my evasion as much as possible to guarantee that I'm always dodging attacks. Like, I could see why Final Fantasy 2 is hated, but I don't think it's a bad game. But then again, I'm playing on the Pixel Remaster, and it's arguably the least worst version. But I don't consider Final Fantasy 2 bad. But mind you, I'm still in the process of playing it. I'm currently on the island where I have to find some dragons, I guess. I've recently acquired the Pirate Lady as my guest party member companion. Okay, intelligence went up. I think I've been here since Nocturne Without Skills. Oh yeah, that's a run that required a shit ton of grinding. But at least when I reset, it's only because I died and not because I'm banking on a dice roll. Oh, actually, no. I did have to bank on dice rolls when it came to grinding for incense in the junk shops. That was freaking annoying as hell. That was probably like one of the worst parts of the run, was grinding for money in the tunnel mini games, and of course the incense to min-max certain stats on Demi-Fiend and Dante much later on. That was like the worst part of my Nocturne Without Skills run, was pretty much how much I had to min-max, as well as the leveling up process. It was pretty awful, to be honest. It was pretty awful. And the run itself was a pretty awful experience, but I don't regret the experience because it felt like a really great challenge to have overcome. And the fact that it was possible definitely made the achievement feel all the more greater. The final dungeon is going to be really fun for you in 2. I don't know anything of what happens in 2. As of now, again, I'm playing the Pixel Remaster version of Final Fantasy 2. This is the only time I've ever played Final Fantasy 2. I have not been in the game. I'm playing the Pixel Remaster for the first time. I'm playing it on my phone, which is great for in-between work and whenever I just, have the time. And so far, I'm enjoying my time with Final Fantasy 2. I can definitely see the faults with it. I think my main complaint is pretty much where I have to get like keywords. Like I had to get like a certain keyword from Cid, but I already went back to the main town to see the princess. Realized I couldn't progress the plot. Looked up a guide. Realized I had to get a keyword from Cid, so I had to go all the way back to that town to get that keyword from Cid. Then go all the way back to the princess and the king in order to progress the plot. Like, that was freaking annoying. I honestly find that more annoying than pretty much how the leveling up in that game works. So here we go. Agility. We did it! Okay, it's not 102, or it's not 132. So I didn't get 132 when it comes to my HP max, but at least I got the agility and vitality. Okay, we did it. No more resetting. Actually, okay. Actually, I'm going to do at least one more battle just so I can at least make my money's worth. Because as long as I do 2 battles within this area, then I'm at least making my money's worth. But there we go. I finally min-maxed the agility and vitality I needed. So now all I need to do is just kill at least a second set of enemies, so that way I can at least make my money's worth, because, if I grind only against 3 or 4 imps, I'm only gaining, like, less than the amount for the in-trip. But if I grind a second encounter, regardless of numbers, then at least I'm gaining the money for it. I want to make sure that I'm gaining money because I need to make sure that I'm gaining money so I can gain the third and fourth tier spells in the next town. Because once I gain the third tier spells, then I'll be able to do AoE damage. I forget what the number is exactly, or how much money I needed exactly. I just know that the second tier spells cost 400. I mean, if you guys can tell me what the number is, what is required for the second level, or for tier 3 magic, that would be great. Because then I'll at least know how much money I need to grind for. Now, honestly, I don't think I'm ready to face up against the pirates yet. Now, I think what I'm going to need to do is that I'm going to need to at least grind another level. I'm going to grind to at least level... Or maybe I should take it a chance against the... And I don't know. I'll make my way to Pravoka at least. Yeah, I'll at least buy at least one tent just in case. I probably won't need the tent. Well, I'll just buy a tent just in case, but I probably won't need the tent, so here we go. I made a solo red mage with max strength. I can only wonder what that is like, to be honest. If you like the leveling system in 2, you may like the Saga franchise. I wouldn't know. It's not that I like the system, it's that I don't think it's as bad as some people are making it out to be. Okay, so now that I'm 15 luck, so yeah, once I get to level 8, I'm at 15 luck, and because of how the running algorithm works, as long as I run, I am guaranteed to run from battles. Because this game is weirdly programmed that way. So I should not need to use a tent. I've been able to make trips between Pravoka and Cornelia without having to use a tent. So now I just need to kill this iguana, because this iguana will at least give me 50 gil, which is definitely the amount I need for the in-trip. And I can gain at least over 100 EXP from fighting this iguana. Beginning goes well with the chain armor. Yeah, unfortunately that's something that I can't equip on a black mage. In fact, when it comes to armor, I can only equip 3 things as of now, and that's the cloth, gloves, and cap. So the cap I was able to get in the temple where Garland is, the cloth I was able to get in Cornelia, and the gloves I got from Pravoka. That essentially gives me 3 absorbs, which is essentially my defense. So the absorb is my defense. That gives me 3. And the downside with equipping this armor is that it does increase my evasion chance, but I have pretty high evasion chance as is, so yeah, 61 evasion, that is pretty damn good evasion. Okay, so now I just need to make my way to Pravoka without dying, which would be great because I actually made some pretty good money off of the... Actually, I think I'll kill these creeps because I want to at least make money as I'm making my way to Pravoka, because even though the iguana gave me the money that I need, which is 50 gil, if I can make at least a slight bit more money, that would be even more convenient. After the Dark Elf, it gets better. Okay, so 30 gil, so at least I made 30 gil worth. Now let's just get to Pravoka without another random encounter, and there we go. Managed to get to Pravoka with at least over 200 EXP gained. So yeah, unfortunately, the more you level up, the more EXP is required to get to the next level. Okay, so now that I'm level 8, I'll see if I can win the fight against the pirates, but I'm not guaranteeing it. I'm pretty sure there's a high chance that I'm not going to win against the pirates. I think I'm still way too low level, but considering that I am like 130 HP, which is definitely more than 105, I definitely have a fairer chance against the pirates, and at least I have 1 extra % of evasion, so who knows, maybe I might be able to win this. So one thing we can use to maybe increase our chances is the Dark Spell. This essentially decreases the chances of them hitting us physically, and I'm pretty sure this is a spell that does work. So I can use the Dark Spell to essentially, hopefully, decrease the chances of them hitting me. But the problem is that if the attack is a critical, it's 100% guaranteed to hit and ignores evasion entirely. Oh shit, I should have been paying attention to who's getting affected and who's not. Okay, that's the one downside with having the respawn rate ridiculously high, because that now I can't see who got inflicted or who not, who didn't. But it seems like the ones on the right did not get inflicted, because I was paying attention at least a slight bit. So unfortunately, I have no idea who got inflicted with darkness and who didn't, so I just gotta burn them from left to right down. Save the pirates on the right, because at least I saw that the 3 pirates on the right got inflicted with darkness. Now I just gotta hope that this is enough for me to finish the pirates off. I'm hoping it is, and I don't have to grind to double digits. If I have to, so be it. But the sooner I can get to the Elfheim or Elfland or whatever you call it, the better. Maybe using healing potions on battle? I mean, I guess that can work, but I want to try to avoid buy-in potions if possible. I want to try to conserve my money for when I eventually gain the tier 3 spells. If I can conserve my money, then that'll definitely help a lot. And besides, once I beat these pirates, I'll gain over 300 gil, so that's a good amount of money that I am making. Okay, so yeah, definitely with this one level up alone, I'm definitely able to face these pirates a lot more better than before. And mind you, with less numbers, that means less attacks come in my way. Okay, so now I just need to defeat those 2 pirates, and knowing that the pirates on the right are inflicted with darkness, they have less of a chance of hitting me. Unless they happen to get a critical. Okay, they're missing more often. I have 1 more ice left. Okay, so this I'm actually doing pretty darn good so far. Although if one of them lands a critical on me, then I will die, unfortunately. Okay, I actually might win this. Oh my god. I did it! Level 9, bitches! Haha! So yeah, someone else who did a Black Mage run on the Pixel Remaster, they had to grind to like level 12 or something in order to defeat the pirates, whereas someone who did like a blog on it pretty much had to grind to level 11 doing the NES version. But as long as I min-max my stats and also use the Dark Spell, then yeah, I can actually increase my chances. So there you go, I managed to beat all 9 pirates with only 3 HP remaining, so there we go. Level 9 is the minimum. I managed to defeat the pirates. So there we go. 360 experience and 360 gil. More than enough for the trip. Okay, you got me. Take my ship. Okay. Frick yes. Finally making progress in this run. About freaking time. Okay, so let's save at the inn. So now we can finally take the ship, and we can definitely grind on the waters now. So now we don't have to grind on land, we can actually grind on the waters, and I don't know if grinding on the waters actually increases my gil gain or not. But right now I need to figure out how much money I need to learn the tier 3 spells. But here we go. Awesome, this was close, but you did it. Yep. And here we go, we can finally sail the seas. So now I'm just going to make my way back to Cornelia, and here we go. I kind of forget if, like, you know, Fire or Ice actually destroys these guys in one shot, but maybe I should actually focus on the red one first. I'm just hoping that they don't do too much damage and I can destroy all these guys in one shot. But it seems like they're all attacking me physically. So... I might be fine. Okay, I can one-hit kill them with ice. That's good to know. I just don't know how much money I'm going to gain out of fighting these guys. I want to make sure that I'm gaining a good amount of EXP as well as money, because if I can grind on the waters as a reliable way of grinding, that would be super great. Okay, if they're all attacking me physically, maybe I can inflict them with dark, so... Darkness, 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 dark. Okay, so all of them are inflicted with darkness, and now they have a lower chance of hitting me now. I probably should have used darkness first, but it is what it is. Low on HP, but hopefully I can make it back to Cornelia without dying. Probably not. Slain, yeah, okay. Got too greedy. Actually, maybe I can run from those battles. Maybe I can run from those battles without having to face them. Because right now my main concern is just getting back to Cornelia, which is right here. Okay, and I already made it back. Nice. Okay, but to make my money's worth, I gotta make sure I fight at least 2 battles around Cornelia, just so I can at least make my money's worth. Kaizuku is the best. Kaizuku is the best to get gold. Who's Kaizuku? Where do you fight the Kaizukus? Sorry, what are the Kaizukus? And where do I fight them? Because yeah, the Kaizukus, whoever those are the best for getting gold. Where's the best place? Where? Okay, so they're on the sea. So the Kaizukus, what are the Kaizukus exactly? Because if I oh wait, the Kaizukus are those pirates, right? Kaizukus are the reskin pirates. Okay, yeah, I think I remember those. Is there a particular spot on the ocean where they spawn? Like, is there a particular spot in the ocean where they are guaranteed to spawn, or do I just have to have RNG chance that they spawn? Also, you might find sharks on the way, which give nice EXP. Alright. Well, right now I'm just gonna do 2 battles back-to-back with some imps, so that way I can at least make my money's worth. Oh, no, don't drink, Jesus Christ. Don't waste the potion. I need to conserve that potion because I'm going to need to stock up on 99 of those if I'm going to have a chance with the Marsh Cave. But yeah, so glad that I don't have to grind to the double digits and I was able to defeat those pirates at level 9. On the first try at level 9, but still, considering that I survived with 3 HP, yeah. So getting the Dark Spell definitely did help. I thought it was going to be useless, but surprisingly it did help. So it's pseudo RNG, seeing as the encounter table exists. Well, I'm currently not looking at an encounter table right now. I mean, I'll probably look at an encounter table when I'm doing dungeons. But right now I'm not looking at an encounter table when doing all this grinding. Okay, there we go. So... made my money's worth, so let me just save. So after going to the inn, just reset and take your bow. I'm guessing that's supposed to say bow, not bow bot. It's a guaranteed encounter, and repeat this pattern. Okay, that's good to know. And actually, should I grind, or should I go to the next town for more armor? Or should I save my money until I have enough money to buy the tier 3 spells? I mean, how much money do I need to get for the tier 3 spells? There's Odd Eye. Yeah, I'm probably not going to have a chance against that. So let me just reset. And at least when I reset, I'm not responding outside the inn. I'm responding outside of the town, so that definitely makes it convenient. Okay, nope. I would save for spells, yeah, probably. How much do the tier 3 spells cost, exactly? I mean, I know I can look it up, it's just I don't currently have that on my phone right now. I mean, how much do tier 3 spells cost? Actually, I probably could have fought those things. But, whatever. $1,500? Oh my god, really? Jeez, I'm barely even halfway to 1,500. So yeah, I'm definitely going to need to grind for a lot of money. Oh, here we go. Found them. Okay, so reskinned pirates, here we go. So let's use the dark spell to decrease their chances of them hitting me, though already it looks like they suck at missing. Though that one did hit pretty high in damage, so darkness. Okay, so the top one did not get infected, so I have to kill the the top one first. So kill the top one. So the Kaizukus, okay. So the Kaizukus, I guess we'll see how much EXP and money they give me, because yeah, if these guys give me a lot of money, then that would be... It's weird, it's not working the Kaizuku trick. What, are you talking about the trick to have them spawn, like, right now? Okay, well, let's see how much money we can gain from them. As long as we're gaining more than 30 gil, then that's definitely feasible for the grind. Okay, it looks like a single fire spell is actually not enough to defeat them. That's actually good to know. So I definitely have to rely on the ice spell. There we go. Okay, even a singular ice is actually not enough to defeat them. Okay, so that was like 4 of these guys, so how much money do they give me? Ooh, that is good. That is a really good grind. So yeah, the ogres were kind of reliable before, as they gave me 195, but yeah, this is actually a really good grind. That is really good money right there. I still using that trick. I don't understand. It's not working for you. What do you mean it's not working for me? Okay, so yeah, this is actually a good grind. This gives me a good amount of EXP as well as gil. Okay. So yeah, I pretty much just have to make sure that I'm not too far away from Cornelia, so that way I can board back and then get back to the inn to save. Okay, so there we go. And you said it cost 1,500 for the tier 3 spells, right? Actually, let me just double check here. Final Fantasy. Okay, so yeah, Fire 2. Yeah, so Elfland, 1,500. And after that, hold on. Okay, so yeah, it's like 1,500, and then how much is it for tier 4? Because I'm pretty sure I can use tier 4 magic now, right? Yeah, I can use tier 4 magic only once, but at least I can still use it. So Ice 2, that's 4,000 gil. Jesus Christ, that's a lot. But yeah, I need to make sure I pay attention to my level ups as well, and I don't surpass the threshold. So anyway, I already saved at the end, so there we go. Like when you reset and go to the inn and take back the boat, it should respawn. What do you mean? The boat should respawn? So yeah, I guess I grind at sea, grind against those pirates, use the dark spell to decrease their chances of hitting me, destroy them with my spells. How much does Odd Eye offer? Okay, yeah, these guys paralyze me. Yeah, not worth it. So yeah, I guess I just continuously grind until I gain over 150 gil, or have 150 gil after an in trip, and then make my way to the town, learn Fire 3, and that should be pretty much all I need to guarantee that I... actually, no. I should probably also make sure that I have funds for the inn as well. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is a group of 5, so there is probably a good chance I might die here. So hopefully I can use the dark spell as soon as possible, because holy crap, that's a lot of HP being lost. Jesus Christ. Shit, I was not paying attention to who was being inflicted or who wasn't, but I know this one did not get inflicted. I was not paying attention whatsoever who was getting inflicted and who wasn't. But I know the one on the right did not get inflicted, so let me just finish off the pirates on the left first. Now, hopefully my evasion kicks in. No, god damn it. Because, yeah, the last set I was fighting was only 4 of them, right? I was fighting only 4 of them. That was 5. If I didn't have the disadvantage of not being able to cast Dark first, I probably could have won that fight. I wonder if this could be a reliable grind. Let me just try these guys. I know a single ice was able to defeat the red Shahan, or however you pronounce it. So I'll do that. Okay, looks like that didn't defeat it. Okay, fire. Because I know ice does a slight bit more damage since it is a higher tier spell. Okay. No. Shark. Holy crap, the shark does a lot of damage. Wow. That shark did a lot of damage, like holy crap. Because, yeah, if I can just grind at the sea instead of on land, this will definitely speed up the amount of grinding I have to do. There we go. Dark. Okay, so I have to defeat the middle and bottom one first, and then probably kill the shark first. Or kill the shark last. So let me kill this middle one and bottom one, kill the shark, and then kill the top one. And hopefully this actually gets me a good amount of EXP and money. Yeah, I'm gonna die. I'm definitely gonna die. Wait, that didn't even kill the thing? Oh my god. Yeah, so right now I'm at a point where fighting enemies at sea is too dangerous for me. Gosh darn it. But yeah, at least the next EXP threshold at level... What was it? Oh wait, I've been praising that I defeated the pirates at level 9. I defeated them at level 8. What am I talking about? I defeated them at level 8, not level 9. I have to make sure that I correct that just in case I... accidentally add that to the script when I script the video. I defeated them at level 8. I gotta remember that. Level 9 is going to be my next level. So no, I did not defeat the pirates at level 9. I defeated them at level 8. Okay, one shark. This is a little bit more doable. So let me just throw ice spells at him and hope I can defeat him before he defeats me. Okay, terminated. Let's see, how much do I get? Okay, at least I'm making money off of the shark. It's definitely not a good grind, but it's not a bad one either. I think, I'll just save at the end. I'm not going to risk doing a battle on land. Especially since I already made more money than the in-trip anyway. With the level 3 spells, you will beat these. Yeah, that's the point. I'm trying to grind so I have like more than 1,500 gil. Because once I get the amount to buy at least Fire 2, as well as enough for the in-trip, then I can at least speed up the grinding by being able to do AoE damage. Gotta love how in a world of wizards, giant chickens, one of the enemies is just a shark. Yeah. Well, I mean, this was like the very first Final Fantasy game, so I don't think they were that consistent with making sure that Final Fantasy had a lore. It just had to be a simple fantasy game. I mean, it really wasn't until Final Fantasy II that they implemented chocobos, because chocobos are not even in this game. They didn't add chocobos until Final Fantasy II. And as we all know, chocobos essentially become a staple creature that you could ride in most Final Fantasy games. That was like a favorite pastime in Final Fantasy 15. Just ride in the chocobos with your boys. Holy shit, fire damage does so little damage. Come on. Do a lot of damage. What the frick? I used up all my ice spells and... I saved at the end, right, guys? I saved at the end, right? Okay, well, I defeated the shark. I can at least save at the end if I didn't. Okay, so yeah, I'm gaining a good amount of EXP. Just not more money than I should, but at least I'm gaining at least more than 30 for an in-trip, so it's not entirely bad. Gotta... okay, hold on. Yeah, I gotta pay attention to my level ups, because once I get close to the threshold, I gotta grind against weaker enemies so I can at least get to level 9. But right now, the goal is to try to slowly but surely get to 1,500 gil, but also make sure that when I get to the threshold of level 9 that I gain strength, because if I remember correctly, agility and vitality are guaranteed, but strength is not. So I'm doing a 1 and 4 dice roll that strength goes up, and yeah, I keep getting sharks for whatever reason. But hey, at least it's getting me a good amount of EXP, and at least it's making me a decent amount of money. So I guess I can't entirely complain. It's just it would be more efficient if it was up against the pirates. Or the reskinned pirates. So yeah, fire damage is like so inferior, but I'm pretty sure if you do physical damage, it has a high chance of missing. I think I remember that being a thing, is that sharks have like a crazy high evasion against physical attacks, so it's usually essential to try to kill them with your magical attacks. So if you want a chance against sharks, you pretty much want to use your magic damage. But man, I'm actually getting some pretty good evades from this shark. Wow. I used up practically all of my magic, and I haven't killed the damn shark yet. Well, crap. I just used up 8 things of magic, and that was not enough to kill the sharks, and now I just gotta hope that I bonk the damn thing. But yeah, supposedly they have a crazy amount of evasion chance against physical attacks. It's still possible, yeah, as you can see there, it's still possible to hit them with physical attacks, but they have a crazy high evasion against physical. And that's because, well, the idea is that you're fighting a shark in the water, physical attacks should not. This is what Bolt is for. Oh, okay, so if I learned the lightning spell from Cornelia, that does more damage than fire? Is that what you're saying? So should I learn the electric spell, or should I save it for later once I gain the tier 3 magic spells? I mean, technically, learning electric... Okay, also the elemental power spells are the same despite ice being a higher rank. Okay, so it does the same amount of damage. So it does the same amount of damage as fire and electric, even though it's a higher tier. So electric does more damage against sharks. So if I learn the electric spell, then I can do more damage against sharks, is what you're saying? Okay, hold on. I gotta make sure that I'm not surpassing the EXP threshold. Okay, no, I'm not. Okay, so do I grind against more sharks, or do I grind against the Kaizukus? Because if I can grind against the Kaizukus, at least I know I'm gaining a lot of money from them. Nope, more sharks. Apparently the game really wants me to fight sharks. Okay, but at least I'm doing a good amount of damage with ice attacks. I mean, I'm doing a good amount of damage with ice attacks. It's just, yeah, fire apparently does not do much against them. It'll still hit them no matter what because magic has a 100% hit accuracy. And it's better off me just using all of my fire on it than to not use my fire at all. There we go. Done, done, done. And hey, at least I'm making money off of killing sharks, so that's not entirely bad. It's not entirely bad, I just wish it was a more reliable way of grinding. So I'm just responding to a text here. And, okay, let's just go to here, and there we go. Anyways, let's go back to the grind. Stay out of the way, Pauline. I mean, I probably should learn the lightning spell. It's just, if I can get the AoE spells, you know, as soon as possible, I'd rather have the AoE spells than to rely on just the one lightning spell. I mean, again, it only costs like 100 gil, but still. And plus, I am getting close to the EXP threshold, so I think I'll actually try to get to level 9 first before I consider getting the tier 3 spells. And since both agility and vitality are guaranteed at this next level, then I only have to do RNG manipulation for strength to go up, and that's it. And shoot, this shark is hitting me hard, so much so that I died. Actually, how am I for Gil? Yeah, still pretty bad. Well, I'll just keep grinding on C because this is definitely a much faster way of grinding compared to some of the battles on land, so yeah. I mean, maybe I should learn the lightning spell just in case because I'm probably gonna... Yeah, I probably should learn the lightning spell. I'll learn it if I have to reset or whatever. Oh boy, this is... not really a good encounter, but I'll just use the dark spell and see if I can defeat all of them. Darkness, darkness, dark. Okay, all of them are inflicted with darkness. I definitely need to get rid of the shark first because it seems like the shark is doing the most amount of damage to me. Yeah, now I definitely should have gotten the lightning spell. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm probably going to lose this fight, but I'm just going to keep going until I die. If I do die, I think I'll just learn the lightning spell anyway. Because at least it's only 100 gil, and at least I am still making money. Oh my god, even with dark magic on them, they're still hitting me. And yeah, fire is like barely doing any damage to them. I think I might as well just use physical attacks on them. Not that it matters because I've been slain. Yeah, maybe I should do that. I mean, granted, I'll have to go back to the shop if I do die in the next encounter. But if it's still a shark, then at least I can at least defeat it in one shot. So let me just go here. Okay, so I've already learned the fire spell and the sleep spell. So these spells are useful, but the sleep spell may not be as useful. Do not learn the lock spell. It will not work, and it's upgraded the variant, which is supposed to decrease enemy evasion and actually increases it. Do not learn the lock spell. So we're going to learn the lit spell, which is essentially the lightning or thunder spell. So here we go. Now we got our tier 1 magic spells, fire, sleep, and lit. And then our level 2 spells are ice and dark, and then we're probably going to learn whatever the other spell is that is there. The one that is not saber or temper. No, I think it's temper that's level 2. Do not learn temper. Learn the other one that's not temper. So if I die in this battle, I have to rebuy the darn spell again. But yeah, it only costs 100 gil. I mean, once I get to like level 9, I'm going to have to... Ooh, okay, yes, yes, yes. This is good. One of these guys. Nice. Already terminated. Okay, nice. Okay, please give me a good amount of money. Okay, 60 EXP and 120 gil. Okay, only one of the Kaizukus. That's actually pretty good. Okay, so now we can save with lightning in hand. And considering that he gave me 120, which is practically more than the amount of me paying for that lightning spell, I practically only lost like 10 gil thanks to the intrip costing 30. So there we go. So now we have a permanent saved file with fire, sleep, and lightning, or thunder, as it's called in later games. So now the main concern is making sure that we gain enough money to pay for the intrip and gain tier 3 spells, and to pretty much level up to level 9 once we get to that threshold. So I gotta pay attention to the level ups. Okay, so I'm going to use the dark spell first to decrease their accuracy. Darkness, okay, it was ineffective against that thing, but let me just use lightning on the shark. Okay, so yeah, that does a lot more damage. I mean, I think it does the same amount of damage as ice, but it's definitely resistant to fire, so I'm just going to use lightning first on it. And oh my god, even with the darkness, they're still hitting me. Stop hitting me. I want to kill you and make off with your EXP and loot. Oh my god, are you serious? At least we're slowly but surely gaining a good advantage. Oh my god, critical hit already. Okay, let's pay attention. Darkness, darkness, darkness. Okay, all of them got inflicted with darkness, so it really doesn't matter who we kill first or last. Obviously, whoever did not get inflicted is the one we have to kill first. Okay, one lightning is enough to kill them, so yeah. Definitely glad we learned the lightning spell. Hopefully we gain a good amount of EXP and money from these guys, because, again, we want to make sure that, I mean, it doesn't matter how much EXP we're gaining as much. We just want to make sure that we're gaining at least more than 30 gil to make the intrip. Okay, so 120 for 4 of those things, so that's actually not bad. In fact, I think that's like 30 gil each, isn't it? But hey, at least it's money. There we go. So yeah, now that we can sail on water, we're definitely gaining more money and EXP at a faster rate. And let me just check my level up. So 279, okay. So I just got to make sure that I don't surpass that amount. And if I do surpass that amount, make sure strength goes up. So the next level, agility and vitality are guaranteed to go up, but I want to bank on the chances of strength going up. And then once I get to the threshold, I just got to grind on weaker enemies until the next encounter guarantees that I'm going to level up. Oh my god, just die already, shark. Nobody likes your Jaws sequels. Oh, shoot. That's like 267. Is that... Okay, no, that did not level me up. Okay, good, 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 good. Okay, hold on. Okay, 12 EXP, so any random encounter outside of Cornelia will level me up. So I'm going to grind on any enemy outside of Cornelia. That way I know that I'm going to level up for sure. Okay, so 1,424. This is good. This is actually pretty darn good. Okay. So let me just look at the level ups for sure. So level 9, agility and vitality are 100% guaranteed to go up along with intelligence. Luck no matters for us in this run anymore. Once we gain 15 points of luck, that's really all that matters. And since agility and vitality are guaranteed to go up at the next level, the one stat we want the most is strength, because even though, yeah, we're doing most of our damage with magical damage, min-maxing our agility, or min-maxing our strength at these particular levels where agility and vitality are guaranteed might be good, because there may be a point where we have to fall back on our physical attacks if we run out of magic, and having more strength will definitely be great for literally the last 2 boss fights in the game. Okay, monsters perished. So essentially we're just wanting strength to go up. So let's see, and... Okay, nope, agility, intelligence, vitality, so yeah. Once again, those are the guaranteed stats as agility and vitality. So now we're banking on a 25% chance that strength goes up. Now, even though it's a 25% chance, that still means that we're probably going to be doing a lot of resetting. There's been, I think, attempts where I've had to reset, you know, for a half an hour straight just for a 1 in 4 chance. But at least we're just banking on a 1 in 4 chance of one stat going up, which is strength. We don't care about luck anymore. We have the maximum amount of luck that we need in this run, so the only thing that matters is min-max and agility and vitality at every single level up, and strength every once in a while. And this is the one occasion where we're min-maxing strength, since agility and vitality are guaranteed to go up. So here we go. So I didn't think I would actually min-max 2 stats in this stream, but here we are. Okay, nope, agility, and damn, the EXP, or the HP increase is pretty bad. It's like 133, and we're like 130. So hopefully, on top of getting strength, our HP goes up a good amount too. Thankfully, as we proceed on to the next towns, we will gain better armor. So it's not entirely all that bad, but still. Alright. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Okay, nope. Yeah, still 133. Like, geez, come on, break more than that amount. We need more HP so you can endure attacks more often, Black Mage. I mean, I know you're like the inferior class. You're the walking glass cannon of the group, but we need you to break more than that amount. And that's with vitality guaranteed going up. Like, geez. But unfortunately, manipulating how much HP goes up is a lot more trickier compared to manipulating how much of our stats go up. And right now, we're just worried about strength going up. Regardless if we get a low amount of HP to go up, we kind of just have to live with it. But we can at least take comfort that we're still gaining a good amount as long as we're gaining vitality at every single level. But yeah, I'm so glad that you guys told me about the respawn rate thing, because that definitely helps speed up the progress a lot. Okay, there we go. So even though I only gained 3 points of HP, It's better than nothing, but there we go. The 1 in 4 chance that strength increases. So there we go. Strength, agility, intelligence, vitality. No luck, but luck is okay because we don't really need to increase it. And I'm just going to do a second battle here so I can at least make my money's worth. And it's a set of 5 enemies, which is exactly 30 gil, which means I'm definitely making my money's worth with this grind. So there we go. We're level 9 efficiently. Level 9, and we're min-maxing strength finally. Because again, strength is not going to be as important as our magical damage output, but at moments where we're going to either run out of magic or magic is not reliable, we definitely want to at least have a decent amount of strength if possible. So we'll just use our remaining magic on these guys and then save at the end. And then bonk the remaining enemy to death, and hopefully I can one-shot kill the imp, because if I can't one-shot kill the imp after grinding, you know, an extra point of strength, then that'd be ridiculous. Okay, 12 damage, that's pretty good. I'm pretty sure they only have like 8 HP or something. There we go. Okay, so level 9. Religiously mid-maxed agility and vitality, so now we have a 62% chance of evading attacks. Unfortunately, once we get better armor in the next town, that evasion will go down, but as long as we're mid-max in agility, then we will have a good chance of evading attacks. So now, the goal is to make sure that we have enough gil for the next town, to get the tier 3 spells, but also enough to get the in trip, because yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to survive without an in trip and back to Cornelia. Problem is problem is that I don't remember how much I need for the in trip. Okay, I did save, right? Yeah, it looks like I did save, and at least I have like 2 ammunitions for tier 4 magic spells now. Sorry, I'm just trying to research stuff here. Yeah, this is a bad set of enemies. I just need to see how much the in trip is going to cost. Okay, so Elfland. Let's see. Her, Provoca. No. Let me see. So there's a decent amount of armor, including a dagger, so I can actually get a better melee weapon. So I can definitely get better equipment and spells for the Black Mage in the next town. It's just a matter of grinding for the guild to get them. Okay, so here we go. This is a good encounter, so let me just use the dark magic spell first so I can decrease their chances of hitting me, and then just eliminate them. Both of them got inflicted with darkness, so it doesn't matter who I go after first, just as long as I kill them. So now the priority is just grinding a good amount of money, so let me just see. Ah, crap. Accidentally clicked on something. Let's see. Elfland, Cure, Fire, no. I just want to know how much the end trip costs. Where is the information for how much the inn costs? Elfland, if you thought Provoke was high price, Elfland is higher price. Okay, guides, if you're gonna have useful information, at least tell me how much money I have to pay for the in trip. That's gonna be super essential when it comes to, you know, learning what is essential. Okay, so hopefully I defeat these pirates, get back to the inn, because again, these guys give me a good amount of money. Okay, so 240. So I got, how much? Ooh, 160. Okay, I'm pretty sure the in trip is not going to be more than 100, so I should be able to make it to Elfland, get a tier 3 spell, but I don't know if I should get electric or fire. Maybe I should start off with electric first. The only reason I want to get fire is because I would have to... Okay, so Elfland Inn is 100 gold. Jesus Christ. That's expensive. But yeah, now that I have... yeah, I definitely have enough funds to be able to purchase a tier 3 spell. Problem is that I don't know if I should prioritize fire or lightning, but considering that the grind on the water has been reliable, I might actually go with lightning first. I think the only reason I want to get fire is because I think that's more effective against undead enemies. I think. Okay, so I'm just going to run from these battles because right now I don't care about defeating them right now. I know I'm going to lose money, but right now that's not important right now. Alright, there we go. Now, before I consider the end trip, I need to go to the black shop, and here we go. Lit 2 for the Marsh Cave, the wizards. Okay, so buying the lightning spell is more important than the fire spell. So the wizards are more vulnerable to lightning than fire, is what you're saying? So Thunder 2 is more important than fire, is that what you're saying? I mean, let me just see first here. Final Fantasy Ness. Okay, so the wizard, so yeah, they have an element vulnerability to fire, apparently, as well as ice. So Lit 2 can soften them up, but will take physical damage attack. Okay, so yeah, using... Okay, so the wizards have a resistance to fire and ice, so getting the thunder spell is more important. The only reason I'm trying to consider the fire spell is because I'm pretty sure that's more useful against undead enemies. And if I'm going to do the Peninsula Power, then I think I have to get the Fire 2 spell. But if I'm doing most of the grinding on sea, then getting the Thunder 2 spell would definitely be more important. So let me just learn the Fire 2 spell. And there we go. Expensive as frick, but you know what? It's worth it. So there we go. We finally have a tier 3 magic spell, and it's an AoE one, and one that will do a lot more damage, which means grinding on sea is going to be a lot more doable. Now, I'm not going to save at the end. I am going to just head north and actually get to Cornelia first, so that way I pay less money for an in trip. And then just lightning blast whatever enemies spawn here. A bad set of enemies, but let's just hope I don't get paralyzed. And I get paralyzed, of course. Freaking course. Stupid odd eye. The one time I'm trying to be resourceful with my money, this happens. God friggin' damn it. Okay, now I gotta restart all the way back to Cornelia and rebuy that goddamn spell. Ugh. You could even kill the shark and 3 of the red guys you got earlier. It's good to know. Yeah, I'm just trying to be resourceful with my money. If I can resist paying, 100 gil at the end and just 30 at Cornelia, that would definitely be a lot more handy. So let me just learn the Lit 2 spell again for Nits. And while I can definitely get better armor and probably a better weapon for the Black Mage, right now just grinding some levels is essential because I'm definitely not prepared for the Marsh Cave, like at all. Ooh, the Ogre. I know the Ogre gives me a good amount of money, but I'll just run for now. Yeah, okay. Took some damage there, but whatever. And hopefully I get a good set of enemies out here. If not, then I'll just grind around Cornelia or grind against these guys. This would definitely be a lot more reliable of a grind. I'll use the Dark Spell first, so that way I can decrease the chances of hitting me. Then use the Lightning Spell, hopefully 2 times to defeat them. Darkness, Darkness, Darkness. Okay, all of them got inflicted with Darkness, so now they have less of a chance of hitting me. Now, hopefully 2 lightning spells is enough to defeat them in one shot. Or hopefully 1 lightning spell is enough to defeat them in one shot, but let's just see. Okay. Okay, we can definitely one-shot kill these guys, or 2 of them at least. But yeah, now we definitely now we have access to AoE damage, guys. This is freaking awesome. Yes, Ogres gives 195 gold each. Yeah, I've actually found that out in the last stream when I was trying to find a reliable grinding method around Provoca. Unfortunately, it was very RNG based, but there we go. We finally got our first AoE magic spell. So the rest of the game is not necessarily going to be easier, but it's definitely going to make grinding a lot less painful. So now, the next thing is to grind up money so that way I can get better armor and better weapons from Elfland, while also being able to get the tier 4 spell eventually, Ice 2. So unfortunately it's going to be a grind fest, but at least it's going to be an efficient grind fest. Let me just reset because I got an instant enemy spawn there. So yeah, tier 3 magic. I can officially attack everybody who exists. So now I'm just going to get the chests that are from the Witch's Cavern, because I was never... I tried going up here at least twice, but every time I did, I kept dying on my way back to Cornelia. Now that I have AoE damage, I can definitely wipe out these enemies in an instant. Okay, only lost 4 damage. Good. But man, I wish I knew about the respawn rate thing earlier when I did my original run by myself. Like, I was doing the original run with a fighter, monk, black mage, and white mage. I pretty much had the respawn rate at 1 for the entire goddamn playthrough. Had I known I could speed it up, goddamn, that would have saved so many goddamn hours. So yeah, grinding is going to be a lot more efficient now. So let me just go back to this cave so I can pick up at least 2 potions and 1 pure item. Like, right now we can't really make progress in here until we do some stuff in the Marsh Cave. But I'm just more or less here so I can pick up 2 potions ahead of time, as well as 1 pure potion, because we're going to need to stock up on potions and pure potions in order to make the grinding ahead a lot more feasible. Now, fortunately, we're probably not ready, like, at all to be able to do... oh my god, stop killing me! So I'm pretty sure we're nowhere near ready to be able to do the Peninsula Power grinding yet. Oh my god, seriously? Even with AoE damage in level 9, I still have troubles trying to get 2 potions and an antidote from the goddamn witch? Seriously? That's cool, you can beat pirates first try. Yeah, I should go fight them now that I can fight them all at once. Oh wait, they're already freaking dead, so what's the point? Yeah, at that point I really wish that we were able to get the goddamn AoE spells before that pirate fight, because the whole reason we had to grind to level 8 to begin with, to defeat them, was because we were lacking AoE damage and we can only attack 1 at a time. But the fact that I managed to get through it at level 8 is actually pretty impressive, all things considered. Yeah, we're level 9 now, so we can be better than before. And it sucks we don't have the canoe, because we could just cross this water no problem. Or it's the Gur-Imp. Gur-Imp. Okay, 1 ice is able to defeat it. I don't want to throw lightning out at it. I want to conserve that for when I fight tougher enemies. So I definitely made enough funds for the end trip. I'm just here to pick up the 2 potions and the antidote, return back to the inn, and pretty much save these potions and antidote for when I eventually do the Marsh Cave, because I definitely want to stock up on like 99 heals, which are potions in this game. And while I don't really need to stock up on pures, having a decent amount of pures is definitely essential if I want to cure the poison. And unfortunately, the Marsh Cave is full of enemies that can poison me. Oh boy. I don't know if it's a good idea to run away from this battle or just zap them all to death. I'm just gonna zap them all to death. Why not? I have a decent amount of evasion. Oh my god, Nits, just attack. Just attack. Jesus Christ. Okay, so I can defeat these wolves in one shot. Good, good, good. Minus this one. Alright, there we go. Now let's try to get back to Cornelia without dying, please. Ooh, a good amount of EXP and a good amount of money. More than the amount worth of the end trip. Now, back to Cornelia without dying and hope that I still have both the heals and Piers on hand. Okay, I probably only have to use, like, ice on this guy. Miss. Good. Okay. Definitely not my money's worth, but I've already made more than my money's worth already. Alright, now I'm mostly safe. Now it's just a matter of getting back to the end without dying. Why not? I might as well use my last AoE magic here. Because who knows, they could do back-to-back crits. Actually, I think even if they did back-to-back crits, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't kill me. And actually, let me just look at my level up. So level 9 was guaranteed agility and vitality. Level 10 is guaranteed strength, but not agility and vitalities. And same thing with 11. It's a guaranteed... Oh no. Both level 10 and level 11 are a 1 in 16 dice roll for both agility and vitality, guys. We are living in hell right now. Goddamn. Okay. Well, at least I got the potions and the antidote from the Witch's Cave, so I can at least save knowing that I got it. And again, I'm more or less conserving it for the Marsh Cave. I mean, yeah, I can just easily buy these things, no problem, but just being able to have free things of potions and antidotes, well, definitely go a long way. And I want to try to resist using them during the grind. If I can resist using them during the grind and just focus on, well, grinding, that would definitely be more essential. Uh-oh, stat problem on the future? Unfortunately, yes. No, it's not going to be as much of a big problem as before. So yeah, I think for now I just need to zap every remaining enemy and then just continue grinding. So right now the priority is just gaining the money that I need so I can buy better armor and as well as leveling up. And unfortunately the next level ups are going to be a pain in the freaking ass because it's going to be a 1 in 16 for both level 10 and level 11. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to need to grind more than those levels in order to do the Marsh Cave. Because really I'm just going down like 3 floors, I think, for the Marsh Cave in order to fight some wizards and get the crown. And then once I get the crown, it's just a matter of just eating a tent outside of the Marsh Cave and making my way back to Elfland without dying. But right now, I think just making a trip to the Marsh Cave is going to be hectic enough. On my solo red mage run, I had such a hard time maxing strength. I mean, I can imagine, and unfortunately I'm not min-maxing strength in this run. I'm only min-maxing strength at certain levels. Okay, I only have to face 3 of these guys, which is good. As long as I can one-hit kill them, then it's not so bad. Not so bad. So even though I could probably do, like, battles back-to-back, I probably shouldn't risk that. But yeah, at least I'm gaining a great amount of money from this, which is definitely what I need. Sorry, I'm just texting someone. So yeah, I don't know when I'll stop streaming. I'll probably stop streaming pretty soon. It'll really all depends on when my partner gets here. And unfortunately, they're not really punctual when it comes to telling me when they're going to get here and when they're not going to get here. Nah, of course, it's just one shark. But hey, at least I'm gaining money from it, so why not? As long as I just use lightning attacks, then that's all that matters. In fact, I can just use AoE lightning attacks because I'm pretty sure that does more damage than if I were to just use a singular lightning attack. Yeah. Already dead. Yeah, at least I'm gaining a good amount of EXP from it, so this is a reliable grind. And actually, the one upside with us grinding solo is that EXP is not shared among my party members, because whenever you level up, EXP is divided by the amount of party members that are still alive. So if I had all my party members alive, the grinding would definitely take a lot longer. But because I'm grinding solo, grinding is technically faster. It's just slower because I'm doing the 1 in 4 or 1 in 16 chance of stats going up. I did save. Good. So yeah, what's going to be freaking annoying is with each level up, you know, HP is not guaranteed to skyrocket up, where at some levels it can. And unfortunately, I don't know how many levels I'm going to have to grind for. I think maybe the absolute max would probably be like level 20, but I hope I don't have to grind to level 20. Because now I have a chance of guaranteeing that I can run from battles, but yeah. Seems like your party members, they're both eating the dirt and the seafloor. Well, hey, they enjoy their thing. They're just dirty little kids. They're just dirty little kids that think it's still playtime. They're still playing Hero at recess until they realize it's the real thing, and now they're dead, and now I'm dragging their corpses on my journey wherever I go. So yeah, I think the next priority now is to make sure I gain better defense armor and a better melee weapon so I can fight off these enemies efficiently. I'll definitely prioritize defense armor over the melee, but once I get all the stuff I need, then hopefully that's all I need. Ugh, god damn it, you stupid odd eye. Stupid odd eye has to be the goddamn detriment of the entire run. Can I get unstunned? Okay, I can act again. Let's see if I can kill these goddamn sons of bitches. I'm pretty sure the odd eye has a oh my god! I was not even given a chance. I was not even given a chance, and it stuns me twice. Ugh! I hate you, game. I really hate you. So yeah, I mean, as long as I can kill... So as long as I can kill the odd eyes, they're not an unreliable source of grinding. They're not an unreliable source of grinding as long as they don't paralyze me or kill me. There we go. Now I can finally use it. So yeah, they have pretty low HP, so as long as I can cast the spell, then yeah, this is still a reliable way of grinding. Okay. Not the most amount of EXP and money I've gained, but still a good amount to make it worth saving. I probably should have seen how much the armor was for the Black Mage, but I didn't. I mean, I am grinding at a decent pace right now, and unfortunately getting better armor is not going to decrease the chances of the oddball, or the odd eyeball paralyzing me, so yeah. And I'm paralyzed because, of course. Ugh. Well, hopefully I can get a turn where I can actually kill these guys. Oh my god, seriously? I'm so glad that I know the respawn rate thing exists, because damn does this speed up everything. Okay, so it's 1,000 gold for the copper bracelet in Elfland. Okay. If it's only 1,000 gold, then I can technically buy it, like, right now. Yeah, I'm just gonna reset this because this is ridiculous. Because, yeah, my current armor pieces... Let me just see. The current armor pieces is the cloth cap and gloves. So, does the copper replace the gloves, or can I equip it as a fourth piece of armor? Because if I can equip it as a fourth piece of armor, that would actually be really great. More defense means less retries. Unfortunately, that means I'm decreasing my chances of dodging. So I think it only takes like a few ice attacks to take down the troll, right? And since the troll gives me 195 gil, at least I'm making my money for the end trip. Yeah, 105 gil, so at least I'm making my money for the end trip. And I'm pretty sure I can't open up any chests in the castle yet until I get the Mystic Key. So there's no point of trying to get that yet. Okay, so I'm going to prioritize armor over weapons. So I'm pretty sure this is the only armor shop in the entire village. The cloth it's replacing. Okay, so the cloth is what's being replaced if I get the copper bracelet. Because, yeah, the cap I already got, and I definitely can't use any other armor. So the iron shield, and the wooden thing, yeah, I can't use that. So the only thing I can use is the copper bracelet. So I buy the copper bracelet for nits. So let me just look at my stats now. So I have 3 absorb and 62 evade. So if I equip the copper bracelet, which means I don't use the cloth anymore, I now have 6 absorb and... Wait, 60... Wait, do I actually get more evasion with the copper bracelet? Hold on. Oh, wow, I actually get more evasion and defense with the copper bracelet. So yeah, that's actually really good. So 13% hit rate and 9 damage. And with the copper bracelet, does that make a difference? Okay, so it doesn't make a difference to damage or hit, but yeah, that actually increases my absorb and evasion up. So yeah, the copper bracelet actually makes me even better. So now I can endure more damage and have a higher chance of dodging. Okay, so that is actually really good. And the next level up is another 1,000, so I'm actually getting close to level 10, which unfortunately means another 1 in 16 chance of trying to gain agility and vitality, because I haven't suffered enough in this run. But with the copper bracelet, at least it'll make things easier for me. So how much money do I have now? 630. So the copper bracelet is the only thing I can really gain here. Before I go back and do anything, let me just see what's in the item shop here. Okay, so heal, piers, cabins, house, and soft. So the only thing I really care about is tents. Tents will be at least cheaper. I can at least buy tents in Cornelia and go from there. Softs are definitely going to be useless because it only removes stone, and if I'm the only one standing and I get stone, it's pretty much an instant death. So the only thing I care about is getting like 99 heal potions, a lot of pure potions, and a good amount of tents, so that way I can make the trip to the Marsh Cave, go through the Marsh Cave, and then back from the Marsh Cave when I eventually get the crown. Joy of the game, the famous right stats. Alright, so yeah, pretty much all the stuff I need to buy I can just buy in Cornelia. I don't really need to buy the stuff here. And then this is the other black magic shop. So this black magic shop is 4,000. So I really don't know what spells are going to be essential other than the ice spell. So once I gain like 4,000 gil, I'm definitely going to at least learn the ice spell so that way I can do more elemental damage. But I don't know if I should prioritize, you know, Fire 2 first over Ice 2 next. And obviously everything that's in the White Magic Shop we can never use regardless unless we have our White Mage alive. But unfortunately for us, they're going to stay dead for the rest of the run. So yeah, not happening. So, other than getting Ice 2 and potentially Fire 2, and maybe some other black magic spell that may or may not be useful. Like, what were the remaining black spells that were in here? So I don't want to learn Lock, so if I want to learn anything else, then I definitely want to learn at least Fire 2. Otherwise, it would be Hold and Fire 2. And if I buy both of those, that's actually 3,000 gil, which is actually less than getting Ice 2. But I think the next priority is to gain another, something else here. Iron Staff. I think I have a wooden staff, so what can the Black Mage use in this shop? Actually, I can probably buy it right now. I can probably buy one of these things right now thinking about it. Let me just see here. Let me see. So, all bracelets. I'm already wearing the copper bracelet. So in terms of armor, so there's the small dagger, the large dagger. So I can use the large dagger. The silver dagger. There's no silver daggers here. Mage staff, power staff, Masamune. Okay, so there's the iron staff, but can I use that? Because I think I have the wooden staff equipped, but the problem is that I don't know how much attack and whatever these do because, well, the game just straight up never tells you that information. So... hold on. So I can equip staffs and daggers, right? Which means I can do the iron staff or the large dagger. But what does more damage? Because whatever does more damage or more critical is definitely essential to know. I think I'm going to have to look this up individually. Hi everyone, how's the run going? Well, we've made it to Elfland. We finally have an AoE damaging spell. So we're definitely making progress in this run. Right now we're just trying to figure out... what is essential? So the large dagger, Final Fantasy. So here we go. The large dagger can be equipped. Oh wait, the Black Mage cannot equip this. Oh no, wait. Oh no, sorry, I read this wrong. No, the Black Mage can equip this. So the Black Mage can equip this. Your Black Mage isn't contributing much to melee damage anyway. You'll find a free large dagger within the Marsh Cave. So we can still find this one within the Marsh Cave. It does 7 damage, a 10% hit rate, and 5% chance of critical. So I definitely got to keep that in mind. So I'm just going to take a screenshot of it on my phone. So let me just look at weapons again. So it was like the large, that, and then the other one was, okay, so the silver sword and the iron is, I definitely can't use. Let me just see the, so the iron staff, let's see. Shoot. I wish this thing would actually tell me in great detail who it can be equipped by, but by the looks of it, let's see. It's not clear what the purpose of the iron staff holds. It holds much more superior than the iron nunchuck. They are far better weapons available for the fighter. It does have a slight bit of a higher critical rate than the iron nunchuck, but it's not actually supposed to. Let's see. I mean, I can still gain this weapon inside of Castle Cornelia, but unfortunately that's less likely. I wish the information was a little bit more clear whether or not if the Black Mage can actually equip this. Crap. Let's see. Okay, so looking at my screenshot, No, the Black Mage cannot equip the Iron Staff. So the Iron Staff cannot be equipped by the Black Mage. And I'm pretty sure the Saber and the Silver, whatever this is, cannot be equipped either. And I'm pretty sure the Saber is not going to be equipable either. So let me just see. Saber. Yeah, Black Mage cannot equip this either. So this is more essential for the Thief or the Red Mage. So the only one that I can equip is this one. And I'm pretty sure this does a lot more damage than what I currently already have equipped. So... Christ, I really wish... actually, no, this will do more damage. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this will do more damage. It's like a 5% critical rate, 7 damage. Let's see. Okay. I just realized I'm looking at screenshots, not... okay, let me just see. God, I wish there was a more efficient way of navigating this goddamn thing. Okay, let's see. So... Okay, so the Wooden Staff, which I currently have equipped, is 6 damage and a 2% crit rate. So 6 damage and a 2% crit rate with a 0% chance hit rate. So 7 damage, 5% crit rate, and 10 damage. So in comparison, this does, by and the large, dagger does at least 1 damage more, 10% crit rate, and 5% crit rate, which is 3% more. So yeah, this is definitely the superior one to get. So I buy this, equip it, and there we go. And now I can actually sell the wooden thing, because this is no longer useful for me. So I can sell this. Okay, and now I got to make sure that I have it equipped. So there we go. Now we have a better melee weapon, and we have the copper bracelet. So, wait, no. Sorry, copper bracelet. So the copper bracelet will replace the cloth, and the copper bracelet increases not just my defense, but also my evasion. And while I'm at it, since I didn't do it, let me just go back to the armor shop and just sell the cloth. Because if I sell the cloth, I can at least make some bit of money back. The days before the internet where you had to buy a guide to get most of this kind of info. Yeah, thankfully later versions actually do give you the exact info of how much damage and all that does. Wait, I just passed the armor shop, didn't I? Yeah, it's down there. Jesus Christ. So let me just go back to the armor shop and sell the cloth that I bought at the very beginning of the game. So sell the cloth. There we go. Unfortunately, the Black Mage can't use anything else, so there we go. We finally got some superior armor. So we got the copper bracelet, which increases not just our defense, but evasion. And we also got the gloves from Pravoka equipped, as well as the cap that we got from Garland's Castle. And then we got a better melee weapon, which has higher critical, higher attack, and a higher hit rate. So, there we go. Nintendo Power magazines for tricks. I remember this era. I sort of remember this era. I grew up more with the Nintendo 64 games, if anything. So I'm definitely going to save after all that. At least it only costs 100. Now I'm just going to make my way back to Cornelia and continue the grind on C. Going to continue the grind on C, and I'm going to do the 1 in 16 dice roll when it comes to gaining the stats that we need. Which again is agility and vitality. But now that we have better defense and better evasion, we're definitely more than prepared for taking on these battles, more so than before. Now, whether or not we're ready to take on the Peninsula Power, probably not, but we'll see. Like, I don't know how much levels I need to get before I'm ready for the Peninsula Power, but the Peninsula Power is definitely going to be essential if I'm going to make the grinds easier. So let me just check my stats here. So 1014. Okay, should be fine. I'm just gonna save here since I did gain more than 30 gil from that one battle. I just don't want the odd eyeball to like paralyze me if I try to greedily do a second encounter. So yeah. Now that we have the best weapon and the best armor and have a tier 3 magic spell, I think the next essential thing is to either... I think the next essential thing would be to grind 4,000 gil so we can gain Ice 2 at the least, because we can use tier 4 magic at least twice as of now, and that will increase more, so yeah. They were cheap to buy, $5. Interesting. So yeah, these random encounters are going to be much more easier to breeze through, since we can now one-hit kill pretty much every enemy. So yeah, we definitely want to learn the tier 3 Thunder Spell, or tier 2 Thunder Spell on tier 3 Magic, in order to wipe out every enemy on the sea more efficiently. So, there we go. So that was 180 gil, so that's 150 that we made off of that battle. So right now the goal is to grind to the next level and try to grind for more than 4,000 gil so we can gain the Ice 2 spell. Or maybe the Ice 2 spell is not as essential. I think as long as we have a Lightning, that would be more than enough. If anything, I think we should probably grind for the potions, if anything. Wouldn't be a bad idea. You'd get more levels to go to the Marsh Cave. I mean, that's the plan, is to gain as much levels as possible before I go to the Marsh Cave. I want to try to get there before having to grind to, say, like, level 20 or whatever. The problem is that I know the most efficient way to grind at this point of the game is on the Peninsula of Power, just northeast from Provoca. The problem is that the best way to grind is usually against the Minotaur zombies, using the White Mage's Dia spell. So you can use like the Dia 2, and you can use like the Fire Mage's Fire 2. But because I don't have like my White Mage with me, I don't know if I have a chance of surviving against those enemies without being able to use the Dia spell. Okay, so 684. So right now the main goal is to pretty much grind the money I need for the health potions. And of course, grind to the EXP threshold for level 10. So unfortunately, both level 10 and level 11, both agility and vitality are not guaranteed, which means it's going to be a 1 in 16 chance for both level 10 and level 11. So unfortunately, the grind for both level 10 and level 11 are gonna be a pain in the freaking ass. But on the bright side, at least we can speed through the random encounters a lot faster now that we have Lightning 2. So we can just grind against the imps and guarantee that we can grind against them faster to guarantee that level up faster. Bruh. This is gonna be quite a grind, guys. Again, I gotta check my status every once in a while, make sure that I'm not accidentally getting to level 10 and then saving afterwards. Gotta make sure I min-max that agility and vitality as much as possible. But yeah, I'm definitely glad we're making progress in this run. We now have superior equipment. We now have AoE damage. We can now sail the sea, finally. But yeah, once we get past the pirates, then things are, well, not to sound punny, smoother sailing. I mean, it's not smoother sailing. We still have chances of getting hit, but still. But yeah, at least one enemy encounter out on the sea is enough for me to gain the money back for the Intrep, because I don't want to make, you know, less than 30 or exactly 30. I want to make sure I'm gaining more than 30, so that way I'm gaining, you know, not just money, but level ups as well. I want to make sure I'm gaining all of this stuff. There we go. Okay, time to save. Oh wait, no, I want to save, yes. Let me save. So yeah, it's going to be a long time before I can get to like 4,000 gil. The thing is, do I really need any of the tier 4 magic to get through the Marsh Cave? Or should I conserve my money and just get the 99 health potions? Smoother Sailing plays after the joke drumroll. Yeah. Alright, let's zap these guys to death. Once again, we're pretty much just trying to grind within the EXP threshold, so that way one enemy encounter outside of Cornelia is enough for me to level up, essentially. Ooh, 300. Nice. Okay, that's a great amount. Wow. That's actually even more than the pirates. Okay, so 84. So doing any of the encounters on sea is definitely going to get me past that threshold. So I think what I'm going to do is just grind against some enemies outside of Cornelia. Just so I can at least push myself closer to that EXP threshold. And do it before the end trip, so that way I'm at least making money and not wasting money. There we go. Da 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 da. Okay, let me check my EXP thing again. Okay, 60. So 2 random encounters against a group of 5 enemies will level me up. So if I do a group of 5 enemies and then 4 enemies. Okay, so 5 enemies, good. Okay, so there we go. And since I can guarantee myself running away from battles, I can just reset the enemy encounters until I eventually get a group of 3 or 4 of these guys. Okay, so now only 30 EXP is required. If I were to defeat another group of 5, I will level up. So I need to defeat either a group of 4 or 3 next. And since I have like the magic and HP to do so, and the ability to run away instantly, this is not going to be a problem. Okay, so defeating 4 of these will give me just below the threshold for leveling up, so this is no issue. So now I just need to defeat the remaining enemies with my magic, and we're pretty much at the threshold for leveling up to level 10. Although, I think I might actually save leveling up for the next stream. So, yeah, next stream is going to be just a grind to get to level 10. And unfortunately, it's going to be the same thing for level 11. So yeah, even though it's pretty much a grind fest, with the ability to have AoE damage, the respawn rate now at 8 instead of 1, and of course us having, you know, higher evasion and higher agility than usual, or higher vitality than usual, this should hopefully increase the amount of, or decrease the amount of resets. Okay, so there we go. So the next level up is 100% guaranteed outside of Cornelia. So I just need to grind outside of Cornelia until I can eventually gain both agility and vitality. So here we go. Actually, before I save at the end, I am going to start buying some potions. I'm definitely not going to get to the 99 potions. I just want to buy enough. So I'm going to start buying potions. Start buying them until I can get around to like 60 or something gil. Or at least more than 60 gil. Make sure I have like more than 60 gil. So I'm going to buy a crap ton of potions because I need to make sure I have a stock of 99 of these if I'm going to do the Marsh Cave. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to do the Marsh Cave in one shot, and actually I should be buying some tents as well. So I'm going to buy at least some tents, maybe about 5 of them, just to be on the safe side. Okay, I'm pretty sure that was like 6 tents, but whatever. I'll buy a few piers as well. Okay, now I'm just going to get some healing potions, and I just need to make sure that I have at least 60 or more gil. Okay, so that's about 80. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, shit, shit, shit. I should have been paying attention. God damn it. I don't have the money to... Okay, I just need to grind on one enemy encounter. No. Wait. No. Actually, wait. Hold on. I don't have to reset. I don't have to reset. I just need to sell the potions until I have, like, at least... I should have been paying attention. I don't know why, but I thought I was only... Shit. Crap. I can't sell items. What can I sell? Uh-oh. I just screwed myself, didn't I? I don't have anything to sell. And I can't sell stuff at the Oh no! Oh! What did I do? What did I do? Shoot. I have to reset. There's no other way around this. I accidentally paid more than the amount that I needed to. I should have paid attention. For whatever reason, my mind was thinking that I was paying like 30 gil for the potions and not 60. I think that was my mistake there. But yeah, I'm gonna need to reset because I don't have any weapons or armor to sell. And unfortunately, using my spells or whatever, and I can't sell the potions or whatever that I bought. Shit. Okay. Well, let's bank on the 1 in 16 chance for the first time, and if I don't get it, I have to reset because I screwed myself over big time. Of course, by only using fire damage. God damn it. Did you say before you bought all those potions? Nope. I was actually trying to buy those potions, and I did like 5 freaking battles beforehand. Which means those 5 freaking battles that I did are now wasted. Unless by chance I happen to gain both agility and vitality with this level up, but that's not going to happen because it's a 1 in 16 chance. So yeah, I'll see how much progress I wasted after doing all that. Well, let's see what levels up. Strength, intelligence, luck. Yep. Reset. I have no choice but to reset. So how much did I waste? Oh my god, 384? That's how much progress I wasted, guys, because I got too greedy and I wasn't paying attention. I thought you could actually sell potions and pures, but apparently not. Like, I thought maybe I could have sold potions so that way I can at least pay for the in-trip, but crap. Now I gotta do that again. So now I gotta get myself within the EXP threshold, and this time pay attention to what the frick I'm doing. But at least on the upside, at least I have all the stuff saved for like armor and all that sort of stuff, right? Let me make sure. Okay, so now I'm within the EXP threshold, or close to the EXP threshold, so 84. And obviously I still have the same armor as before, the copper bracelet and the large sword. Good. Okay, so now I just gotta make it back to land, and pretty much just grind myself within the EXP threshold, but thankfully I know the amount of EXP that I'm gonna gain with each battle, so it's gonna be... exactly 30 EXP with 5 enemies, 24 EXP for 4 enemies, and 18 EXP for 3 enemies. So as long as I grind within that threshold, then I should be totally fine. So let me just pay attention. Okay, so 48, so pretty much a group of 3 and a group of 5 should put me within the threshold. So yeah, I just made a big oops. And the funny thing is, I'm actually going to be resetting less than when I is that I'm resetting less compared to the 1 in 16 grind that I'm about to engage myself in. Ugh, God, I hate myself. Okay, so that's 24 EXP. So 30 EXP, so I need to grind against a group of either 3 or 4 enemies to get myself within the EXP threshold. If it's a group of 5, I have to run. Okay, it's a group of 5, so I have to run. And thankfully, 100 running is 100% guaranteed since I'm at 15 stats of luck. So unless the encounter is scripted, or I'm facing against enemies that are scripted to not let me run away, running is going to always be successful. Okay, so it's a group of 4, so this will put me within the EXP threshold. And of course I got to use singular magic attacks instead of the AoE. But at least I'll be within the EXP threshold. Wait, no. I want to use magical damage because using physical attacks has a chance of missing, and I don't want to waste any more time than I already have. So I think what I'm going to do is buy at least 4 tents, a few things appears, and then some potions, and then once I get around to at least 100, I will actually stop there. Okay, so now I should only need 6 EXP to level up, right? Yeah, 6 EXP to level up. Now, before I save, I'm going to actually do the same thing as before and hope I don't make the same mistake again. Remember, potions are 60 gil, not 30 gil. So first I'm going to buy at least some 10s, because I'm definitely going to need some 10s. I'm pretty sure I already have like 110 on me, so I'm going to buy 4 tents. And maybe an extra 10 just to be on the safe side. I'll buy some pures. Okay, so now I just need to use, I just need to buy the heals until I'm just around 100. Make sure I do not buy more and I'm less than 30 gil. If I'm less than 30 gil, then I have to reset and do those fights again. Because, man, was I an idiot. But yeah, if I can just, you know, grind as much potions as possible, then the less I have to do much later on. Okay, I'll buy one more potion and then that's it. There we go. So that's it. So I'm about 80 gil, which means I can afford 2 inn trips. So there we go. No longer an idiot. I was a fool. But at least I caught myself within my mistake. So the next battle outside of Cornelia will guarantee that I level up. And it's a 1 in 16 chance for agility and vitality to go up. Strength is guaranteed to go up at the next level, which is great because the more strength, the better. But right now, vitality and agility is our stats that we need to min-max. So I bought about 21 potions. Okay, minus the 2 when I got the stuff from the cave. So 7 tents, 5 pures. So yeah, now I just need to get a lot more potions than that, but at least I got a head start on buying potions. So there we go. Save. So there we go. Now I don't really need to worry about defense because I'm grinding against the weakest goddamn enemies in the game, but that's only because I want to get within the EXP threshold. So now it's just running around in these trees again, like at the beginning of the game, for a 1 in 16 chance of getting 2 particular skills. And on the bright side, I can now use AoE damage. I can now use AoE damage to speed up the process. So now I can reset less, or not necessarily reset less, but the resetting process is going to take a smaller amount of time. Okay, yeah. So reset. And let me make sure I am at the threshold I need. Yes, I am. There we go. So with the respawn rate now at 8, and with me doing AoE damage, grinding to that level is gonna be significantly easier. 6 strength at level 10 is not bad. Well, in all fairness, I did min-max the strength at least 2 levels, at the levels where both agility and vitality are guaranteed. So essentially, I am doing a stat manipulation at every single level. Essentially, I want to guarantee that agility and vitality go up at every single level. And if agility and vitality are guaranteed to go up, which is at 5 particular levels, then I want to min-max the strength. So 13 Thanes of Strength is guaranteed for the Black Mage, which means I will always have 14 at the minimum. But if I min-max, at 5 particular levels, then my Black Mage will have at least 19 strength, and that's not including the 25% chance of him gaining strength at later levels. But yeah, with the respawn rate now at 8 and me doing AoE damage, then I can reload more often until I eventually get both the agility and vitality to go up. So vitality went up that time. So again, it's a 25% each stat, and because I'm relying on 2 stats to go up, it's pretty much a 1 in 16 chance. And obviously the only stat that matters to us is strength, but strength is guaranteed to go up regardless of how much I grind for here. So once I gain agility and vitality, I am still gaining at least the 3 stats that are essential. But at level 11, intelligence is guaranteed to go up, but not strength. Let's see, strength. Okay, no agility. So we just keep resetting until both agility and vitality go up for level 10. And then from there, it's grinding more, and I don't know when I'm going to do the Marsh Cave. I don't know if I have to grind to level 20 or something like that. Hopefully I don't, but we'll see. But yeah, defeating these enemies is going to be significantly faster now. And with the Copper Bracelet, surviving these battles is going to be pretty much 100% likely. So the chances of us failing against these imps is pretty much impossible to happen now. Okay, let's see. Strength, intelligence, nope. So once again, agility always appears in between strength and intelligence, and vitality always appears in between intelligence and luck. So hopefully I can actually get the stat increases I need. Nope. And once I do get the guaranteed agility and vitality stat, I will at least do a second battle so I can at least make a bit of money worth for the end trip. Because even if it's 2 back-to-back battles of 3 enemies, at least I am still making a slight bit more money. Because right now the main priority is gaining money. I mean, gaining levels is, the next important thing, but right now the most important thing is getting 99 potions. Gaining 99 potions so we can do the trips within the Marsh Cave efficiently. So strength, intelligence, nope. So neither agility or vitality went up that one. Oh boy. Yeah, stupid online stuff recommended me AI crap. Strength, intelligence, nope. Vitality went up that time, but not that it matters. I have to have agility go up. Because if I can guarantee that I dodge pretty much every single physical attack coming on my way, that's less damage coming at me. And if I have my vitality at the highest, then I can well, not necessarily guarantee, but have my HP at the highest possible threshold as possible, since manipulating max HP is definitely harder to manipulate. Actually, I should be seeing how much my... Okay, so 136, so yeah, I'm getting only like 3 points of HP, which is ridiculous. Hopefully I can gain more than 3 points of HP, because I definitely need to gain more than that. Okay. But yeah, thankfully with the respawn rate at 8, we can definitely breeze through these fights a lot faster. Da 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 da. Strength, intelligence, nope. Again, agility always appears in between strength and intelligence, and since strength is always guaranteed, I just have to see agility after strength. But yeah, on the upside, with the respawn rate at 8 and us doing AoE damage, well, at least we can reset more often, and the more times we reset, the more times we'll be able to get the coin flip. Level 11, you should get high HP growth. Okay, so good to know. So I probably should explore the Marsh Cave sometime after level 11. Yeah, I'm only gaining like 3 HP growth here. Yeah, I'm only gaining like an extra 3 HP, and that's it. Because I'm pretty sure it's randomized how much HP goes up, and unfortunately that's a harder thing to manipulate, and because of that, we essentially want to make sure Vitality always goes up, so we can at least be higher than the minimum. Okay, nope. Yeah, Agility just refuses to show up. And even if Agility does appear, we're still relying on the 1 in 4 chance that Vitality appears. And unfortunately, relying on 2 stats appearing is not a 1 in 8 chance, it's a 1 in 16. So that's even more than... yeah, we might as well be relying on a 1 in 8 chance each. Because 8 plus 8 is 16. Fun fact, elementary school kids. Okay, agility. Vitality! Okay, we did it. Okay, that was probably the fastest dice roll we ever got at a 1 in 16 chance, but there we go. Agility and Vitality. And unfortunately, only 3 points of HP increased, but it is what it is. So there we go. We gained every single possible stat at that level. Before I save at the end, let me just at least do a second encounter so I can at least make my money's worth. And it's a group of 5, so I'm definitely making my money's worth. Okay, so yeah, with AoE damage and the respawn rate at 8, we can definitely breeze through this, and unfortunately this doesn't necessarily increase our chances of us getting the 1 in 16 chance, but it definitely increases the amount of times we have to reset, so that's the upside. Okay, now that we did a second encounter, time to save. And there we go. Now we're back to the grind. Okay, so let's take a look at our stats now. Level 10. So now we have a 64% chance, nice Nintendo number, a 64% chance of dodging attacks. And, yeah, unfortunately we only increased our HP by 3. Which is sucky, but it is what it is. But hopefully, with level 11, hopefully if 544798898, the interesting name, is right, hopefully we can gain a high HP growth. Hey, just woke up and saw you streaming. Yep. So we're past the pirates. We finally got the power of AoE damage, and now we're at level 10. So we got AoE damage, we got the copper bracelet, and now we have a reliable way of being able to grind against multiple enemies, speeding up the grinding, and guaranteeing success almost every single time. And not too long ago, we just got to level 10 and did a 1 in 16 dice roll for both agility and vitality at a level where strength was guaranteed. So we're getting better at the game, essentially. And now that we have the ability to grind on C, we can just grind on the C just outside of Cornelia and use the Cornelia in and only have to pay 30 to refill on our magic and HP. And as long as we use like the AoE lightning damage, we can pretty much one-hit kill these enemies pretty instantly, and we can get to the EXP threshold pretty soon. So we really don't need to do the Peninsula Power, at least not yet. Once these grinds start to become unreliable, we may have to rely on the Peninsula Power, but right now, we're definitely at a point where we can definitely rely on grinding on C. And as we can see, no pun intended, we're gaining like 150 gil in between the interests if we fight those particular enemies. He's wrecking everyone. Well, that's the point. I want to wreck everything. So yeah, unfortunately, with each level up, it's gonna be, more EXP to get to the next level. So right now, the priority is not just, gaining the level ups, but also gaining the amount of gil we need to get 99 potions. So before leveling up to 10, we managed to get ourselves to 21 potions. We got the best possible armor that we can get for the Black Mage within Elfland. We got the tier 3 spell, Lightning, which is probably all we really need for the Marsh Cave. And we also got the strongest possible weapon that we can get within Elfland as well. So we can do more damage, but also have a higher critical rate. And the reason why I'm doing the lead 2 damage instead of the singular damage is because it does more damage, even though it's AoE. So yeah, I pretty much just take the ship out, fight the enemies, and I make enough money to make a profit, while also gaining a lot of EXP. So I just gotta keep grinding until I eventually gain enough money to get 99 potions. And I'm probably gonna grind to at least a level 11 and then kind of decide what to do from there. If I should do like an initial plundering visit for like chests within the Marsh Cave before I consider completing the entirety of the Marsh Cave, because fighting against the wizards is definitely going to be difficult. And when it comes to these dungeons, I may have to consider doing like plundering runs where I go after chests first, exit before completing a dungeon, especially with the main dungeons with big boss fights at the end. But yeah, I'm gaining a lot of EXP from these enemies, like, wow. Like, yeah, the grinding is actually efficient. I really don't need to do the Peninsula Power, at least not yet. Once I'm able to get to a point where I can definitely endure these battles a lot more, or to a point where these enemies start running away, then I'll probably need to rely on the Peninsula Power, because on the Peninsula Power, I can definitely gain thousands of gil and money from that alone, which will definitely speed up the process of not only leveling up, but gaining the gil we need so we can get better armor from the shops, as well as, higher tier spells to make, the Black Mage as efficient as possible. And as long as we're min-maxing agility and vitality at every single level, we're definitely going to be beefing up our Black Mage as much as possible. The only possible detriment is, of course, us not min-maxing strength. So that could potentially bite us in the ass later on, is us not mid-maxing strength, but we are mid-maxing it at 5 possible levels where both agility and vitality are guaranteed, just so I can have at least that extra ledge. Heading back now, should be about 8. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to end the stream soon, guys. My partner's coming back. I'm pretty sure they're going to want some good sleep after a long day, so yeah, I'm going to have to save here, so let me just save at the end, and I'm going to have to end the stream here. So I'll probably continue more. I don't know if I'll stream more again tomorrow. It depends on what happens tomorrow. I might stream more again tomorrow. I'll see what happens tomorrow, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this stream, and we made great progress. So we went from like level 8 to 10. Better armor, better weapons, and yeah, there we go. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this stream, and yeah, unfortunately I'm gonna have to end it. I know it's a little anticlimactic, but I'm gonna have to end it here, so I'll see you guys in the next stream.